true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you, Radio Biafra live broadcast by the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The evening broadcast, live, and direct, on the 3rd day of July, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran restoration websites at www.ipob.org, and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org, to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra.
Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the surface of this very planet. This very evening, we welcome each and every one of you. We are live and we are direct with the time now standing at 7 minutes past 7 p.m. in the evening. My preferred time to start this very broadcast. I welcome you wherever you are domiciled, your place of residence, your place of abode, where you are working, where you are holidaying. It doesn't matter. As long as you inhabit one of the 24 time zones across the surface of this very planet, you are in receipt of electricity, you have access to satellite, you have access to data on the phone, you have a transistor radio, then you must and should be able to listen to Radio Biafra if you wish to, that is. This evening we welcome you. This evening, as always, we ask you to welcome other people. I know that when we say this, some of you do it, and at other times, you don't. There are those who religiously always endeavor to broadcast what we are doing, and to them, your nation is very, very grateful. Other people are too lazy. Other people are too laid back. Other people are downright very, very foolish that they cannot do something as simple as to tell their friends and their family that they are listening to Radio Biafra. Maybe they need to go and open a fake Facebook account, as most of them do, to be able to preach or to be able to spread this gospel very freely. Udaga Agwo Obasi, every evening on Facebook, very religiously makes it a point of duty to tell his friends that he is listening to Radio Biafra. I want as many of you as possible to emulate him. Udaga Agwo Obasi, very, very dedicated. These are the people that I like working with. People who take their responsibilities and their duties very seriously. Those not easily swayed by emotion or irrational sentimentalism. I like people who are studious. I like people who are persistent in pursuit of what is noble and what is right. That is why we do what we do. That is why we are phenomenally successful. Because we never ever stop. We don't relent. We crush our enemies with truth. And I met on we don't touch them. We overwhelm them with truth on a consistent basis. Not relenting, not stopping. That is why we are formidable. And I love it when they beg Britain, please, can you help us shut down Radio Biafra because we are dying. The zoo is begging Britain to help them to shut down what we are doing because we are devastatingly effective at what we do. The zoo is crumbling. This evening we will help them to crumble. I have told them, Awasa Fulani, if you love the Alamajiri on the street like the ones who are dancing today, I couldn't believe actually Alamajiri can dance. They were dancing to Thriller as they are presenting Thriller day after day, night after night, killing people all over the world. If you love yourselves and the Alamajiri within, just hands off Biafra. We can give you a face-saving way to say we did all we could, but we couldn't succeed, so we had to let them go. We can do it for you. The Zoological Republic, a place full of animals and vagabonds. If you're a Nigerian, you are, I don't know how to describe you. Maybe even a cockroach is better than you. And we will continue working until we destroy the zoo. Biafra will come, no doubt about it. But the name Nigeria that took the lives of 6 million of our people will be expunged from history books and geography. There will be no Nigeria. When I speak, you write it down. People think we are fighting for Biafra. Oh, Hana Logo Biafra. No, I'm not fighting just to get Biafra. It's more than that. The name Nigeria will not exist. I am fighting for the total destruction of the damnable zoological republic. And it will fall. Heaven knows we will not relent until there is nothing called Nigeria to be destroyed completely and totally. The same way they destroyed Biafra, the same way they killed our people, and this evening I shall demonstrate their continued slaughter of innocent women and children. So will they meet their end. The word Nigeria, the name Nigeria, the zoological republic portends evil. The name Nigeria is satanic. Anybody who goes close to it, you will die. It's not like the name Igbo. That one is cursed. I'll prove it to you. Give you facts and figures. I don't care if you're out dining with your Yoruba friends or Hausa, I don't give a damn. The word IGBO is cursed because the people answering it are very, very bad. And I will tell you that later. That is why there is no group called Igbo in the world that is doing well. It's always rife with division, with envy, backstabbing, jealousy, betrayal. Any group that has Igbo to it, go and check. I said go and check, rather than mumbling like an incoherent Alamajiri. Go and check your facts and your figures. You will see it. Any organization in the world bearing the name Igbo, IGBO, is a failure. Go and check. Do you know why it's a failure? You don't know. I will tell you later. We are live and we are direct. The whole world is listening. Humanity is at a standstill because Radio Biafra is live and direct, uninterrupted. Even Obama is listening. The whole world listens. People who are learned, they listen to Radio Biafra. They don't complain. He's only a fool. Do you have light in your village? No. Do you have running water? No. Are the roads good? No. Do you have good schools where you come from? No. How about hospital? No. Then what nonsense are you talking about when I call you a baboon or a monkey? You have no schools, no hospitals, no good roads. You don't have electricity. You don't have running water. Baboons and monkeys, they don't have the same thing. When you see baboons in the forest or monkeys, they don't have water. They don't have electricity. They don't have good roads. They don't have hospitals. They don't have it as well. So what's the difference between you and them? The thing that makes you human, you don't have it. What makes you a human being is lacking. People should not be pleading for respect. You earn respect. IPOB never went to any zoo newspaper to write about them. We had to earn respect by hard work. Hard work. Some of you are scared, of course, in this UG. We are very lazy. You don't know how to work hard. We work hard here. I don't sleep till about 3:30 a.m. if I'm lucky. You must work very hard. Sometimes I struggle and I say, oh, I want to do program in the morning, but it's impossible to do because I've only been in bed for about 2 hours. Do you understand that? Hard work. No, I want Biafra to come. All hell Biafra. You think Biafra will come that way? You are lazy. You have to go and work. Go out and evangelize. I have national coordinators sitting on their bottom year in, year out. They don't evangelize nothing. Nothing. I can't see them because you're lazy. You are very, very lazy. I can't stand lazy people. I don't like them. I'm being honest with you. I can't stand lazy people. We are on radio. We are on satellite. We are online. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, the ones in the far eastern part of this world. I repeat, we are on CHK 104.7 at Enugu, 102.1, every other place in Biafran except Owerri that is jinxed. We bring our system, it burns. We bring our system, I can't understand it. I thought Owerri was strong before. Owerri is weak. Very, very weak. I never expected this from people from Owerri. I am disappointed with them. Very, very Owerri is weak. No wonder their system keeps falling all the time. They must prove themselves that they're strong. Or maybe because Owasiri came from Okigwe and took his headquarters to Owerri. Maybe that's why Owerri is so weak and pathetic. Something needs to be done about it. We'll fix their machine, but they're going to buy it. Of course we will. Radio Biafra this evening, if you allow your little mindedness to deceive you, we are the only broadcaster, I repeat, we are the only broadcaster. That is something you must know. We are the only people on radio, on satellite and online at the same time. No other person can do it. We have superior technology. Even the zoo don't have it. So when we say that Biafra is coming, that we are confident, we know what we are talking about. Some of you are not sure. You don't know what you're doing. When they sent Joshua and Caleb to go and spy out the land of Canaan, they came back and said, we can take it. They did not say, oh, maybe, I'm not too sure, we are being overconfident. They said, we can take them. And they succeeded. The ones with doubt never made it. Biafra is a divine calling from heaven. If you don't have it, you don't. You are not going to you'll be successful. Anything you touch will turn into gold. If you're not called, you are floundering all over the place. You can never quite make it. Holy message. Mere mortals won't understand. Because of us, they're now doing their crusade in the afternoon. I thought crusade was at night. I have never seen a so-called man of God being guarded by army and police and civil defense and the road safety and the water and customs and immigration at the same time. So disappointed. We told them you'll be disappointed. You'll be shamed at Aba. And they were shamed. Comprehensively shamed today. No longer at night. They are now having crusade in the afternoon. In the hour. For 1 hour. How about also? I said don't touch them. Let them wallow in their stupidity and stupefying ignorance. And this Yoji can have a black. When I say some people pretend they want to give us advice through the back door, and oh, why don't you? I will keep lambasting black people until they wake up and reason like human beings and not like animals. Until then, they are baboons and monkeys. I don't give a toss who you are. If you're not comfortable with the truth, you get out. He goes to NTA and be listening to garbage until you're bumped to death by Boko Haram. If you can't accept it, then I'm afraid go somewhere else. Because if you're listening to Radio Biafra, this night we promise you you're going to learn something you never knew before. This night, your intellect, your ability to reason will grow exponentially. Your power of articulation and presentation will be unparalleled amongst your peers. Nobody can stand you. The gospel from heaven being preached that Biafra may be restored. Our enemies are trying to paint it something that it isn't. Anybody who listens to Radio Biafra, you will know that those people want their freedom, nothing more, nothing less. They will have you believe otherwise because you're black and you're foolish. Any nonsense you hear, of course, you will believe it. What else can one expect from a baboon and a monkey? Only people who are reasonable are welcome here. I maintain categorically, only people who are reasonable listen to Radio Biafra because they understand. They know what we are doing. They appreciate the essence of the work that has to go in to purify those who were once born into ignorance and stupidity. Why do you think black people are poor all over the world? Why? Because we are stupid. It's a very simple fact. It's the truth. Anybody trying to paint it something else or cover it, you are deceiving yourselves. Black people are backwards because we are foolish. That foolishness is what we remove from hardcore Biafrans. Once they come to Radio Biafra, we baptize them in reason and common sense. Do you know why we are doing this? We don't want Biafra to come and full of idiots. Allocation, resource control, is our turn. Please, let us conscientize. By the time Biafra comes, you will genuinely hit the ground running, look like the dullard of Daura, the pedophile and terrorist. Everybody knew that there is no country in the world being presided over by a Hausa or Fulani person that is progressing. Everybody knows that very well. If you ask, they will tell you there is no country in the world Hausa or Fulani man is in charge and they are doing well. Never, never, ever, never. It's in their nature. They are naturally disposed to corruption and tendencies which are quite undescribable. Go and stop being lazy. Tell your friends and your families that we are live. Tell them how you are listening to us. Udara Agwo Obasi has done so. Hilary Oji also does so. These are people that take out their time every blessed. I'm not talking about the one that Ike Digwe does. Chooks Ike Digwe, no. That's commentary on Radio Biafra London on Facebook. People take out their time to notify friends and family that they are listening to Radio Biafra. That is the least you can do for your country, Biafra. The least you can do. You can't even do it. I don't know. They have said so much rubbish amongst themselves. Nobody's listening now. They're concocting new names to write nonsense. And they will all fall. Because even if they're not there, I will create some myself to test our defenses to see how strong we are. Our enemies are perambulating and we are ready for them. We know all the fraud going on at Owerri. They now stop Keke na Pep everywhere. They pack them because CHK is not in Owerri. For the past, since yesterday. Do you know, as soon as CHK went off, they used that brief period, window of opportunity, they ganged up, they gathered every Keke together, that started extorting money from people. 10,000 naira for ordinary Keke na Pep. People were crying like little children. Who is doing this? Okorocha and the commissioner of police in Owerri, ganging up to extort money from his own people. Okorocha, you know, because there is no CHK in Owerri. That's why they corralled them into a primary school and was extorting money from men. We are crying. Ask anybody in Owerri, they will tell you. That is why that CHK needs to be up and running as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible, if you understand what we are up against. If you want me to love you and sing praises about you, let's get Biafra first. Then I will tell you how intelligent you are, how beautiful you are. That time, if you want me to come to your house and wash your plate, believe you me, I will. Anything you want, I'll do for you. But right now, you have not proven yourself at all. Until you do so, baboons and monkeys. Of course, unless you're hardcore, which is one of us. Our lines will open following the conclusion of our news presentation this very evening, as always. And when you call Radio Biafra, we ask you to turn your seat. They are finding it hard these days. Once you call Radio Biafra, if I say hello, you say hello back to me. And within 2 seconds, you don't turn down your system, I'll cut you off. Once you hear my voice, go to where there is no noise. To speak that the world, Obama is listening to you is not easy. Although he's a terrorist, he's occupying the greatest office in the whole world. The office of the President of the United States of America is the highest office on this earth. Bar none. Bar none. That is a fact. Whoever occupies it is indeed privileged. The one occupying it now listens to you when you speak at night. So you have to be very, very clear and send your message to the whole world, because humanity is listening. There is no country on this earth where somebody right now is not listening to Radio Biafra. Do you know even Facebook is robbing us? Today I caught them. Do you know I caught Facebook today? Even ordinary Facebook. Because they know if we hit a particular number of people, they will pay us to advertise on Radio Biafra. I'm not talking about Radio Biafra. I'm talking about the page itself called Radio Biafra. Do you know what I saw this morning when I got up? 2.4 million. Do you know how many likes we have? 61,000. And they're struggling. In 1 week, we make 4,000 people liking us. 4,000 in a week. Or in fact, this week is about 4,500. Do you know they only credit 1,000 out of 4,500? Okay, but it's Hoshinade Bikun. They don't. I was thinking to myself, am I seeing double? 2.4 million, making it arguably the highest on this planet Earth. I mean the highest. Nobody comes close. That shows how formidable we are. I don't know that they're also robbing and oh, the mad is illegal. I'm telling you. 2.4 million. I saw it with my own two eyes. I thought I was dreaming. I said, no, I'm not. I checked again and I checked 2.4 hours. I had the iPad on one hand and I had my phone on the other hand. I was checking the two. Allow me to worship heaven. How can we praise you? They said, if good happens, we praise you. In bad times, we also praise you. We are gathered all over the world as your children to do what only you commanded that we should do, which is to praise you, to honor you, to exalt your holy name, to do as others may find very difficult to understand or to appreciate. We call upon you. We ask for your mercy. We ask for your forgiveness if we have trespassed. Of course we do, because we are only mere mortals. Only you is immortal, Heavenly Father. We don't claim or ascribe any righteousness because that is in your gift to give. Only you is righteous. That you love us is not in doubt. That you asked us to come, nobody can question, because only you determined that we must do this very work. That is why we never tire exalting your name. Every exaltation, prayer, praise, or everything that we have, everything we are today, we glorify your name because of it. That is why we keep saying, as Yahweh Yeshua prayed, that hallowed will also be your name all the time. There is no other name, none whatsoever, because if there was, Yahweh Yeshua could not have prayed it. Never. He said it very, very clearly. That you are the Father who is in heaven, the beginning and the end of everything, the author and the finisher. Your depth can never ever be measured. From eternity to eternity, from year to year, generation to year, you exist constantly as a reminder of what is creation, because you embody it. If you allow us to proclaim your goodness in our lives, we would be here for eternity. But in a very small way, as befitting mere mortals, we ask you to come and take pride of place in our hearts. To come and be merciful unto your children. Our Fulani are killing us. That can never ever be your intention. We have suffered enough. When we are killed and the world pretended and keeps pretending nothing happened. 6 million of your children slaughtered out of the ignorance brought to us by Europeans. Ignorance. They brought the ignorance to us. And then they allowed Islam to kill us. Nobody was held to account. Gowon is still walking about today. I remember the tales we were told of families begging for water, of pregnant women being cut open and their children brought out of their stomach. The world kept quiet. They did nothing. Our Fulani was so evil and wicked. They will cut open, they will be performing crude emergency cesarean sessions on the stomach of Biafran women who are running for their dear lives. Most of them collapsed on the road and died. Most of them were forced into well, deep well, pushed in there. Before they even hit the ground, some of them, they broke their necks. So all across our Fulani lands of the Mohammedan Emirates of the North, there are bones of your children everywhere that our Fulani people killed. We remind humanity of this so that it wouldn't happen again. We are telling the world that the same massacre and pogrom Buhari is preparing once again. They have come to Kulobia. They are in Onisha. They are in Aba. They are in Owerri. They are in Iguacha right now as we speak. Calabar is taken over completely. Ebonyi is gone because there is Islamic University in Ebonyi. We are surrounded by these enemies. These agents of darkness, the children of Lucifer. Only you can bring light because that's what we represent. You brought us to that part of the world that we may bring light because their lives were full of darkness. Somewhere along the line we derailed, failed to pursue our ultimate objective and started to worship idol. Even when the Europeans brought their own idol, we followed them. No complaint whatsoever until they abandoned us. Now is an opportunity for us to make amends, and that is why we call upon your name as you commanded us to. We should not bow down before anybody, no image. That is what we adhere to here. And that is why we are phenomenally successful. If you abandon Chukwokika Biama, if Chukwokika Biama in heaven is not central to what we are doing, we will fall. That is why we call upon your name every blessed day, without fail. Without you, we are nothing. Without you, our enemies will triumph. Because of you, because of the work we are doing, humanity now knows your real name. Chukwu Okike Abiama, the Almighty Creator. You come close to him, you will know him. Is a name reserved for your children. There was a young lady that wrote to me today. In your infinite mercy, you allowed her to see the light. And I said to her, my dear child, what is your name? She said, Mary Jane. I said, Tofiakwa, what is your name? She said, Chisom. I said to her, do you know the meaning of your name? She said, yes. I said, please, can you explain to me the meaning of your name? She said, Chukwokika Biama is with me. My goodness. And I said, can you now tell me the meaning of Mary Jane? She said, I'm sorry, I do not know. I said, do you see who you are? You have the creator of the heavens and the earth. You have the seal. You have the approval of heaven to go forth to proclaim the goodness of the Most High, the Lord of hosts. You bear his name. You bear his name. Your name is Chisom. It's a divine name from heaven. You're answering Mary Jane, the name of a female dog in America somewhere. People don't understand who they are. But once you come here, we tell you who you are. And it is by your grace. It is not by ours. Everything is being made possible because of who you are. We are grateful that you are in our lives. And because of that, Biafra will come. And when it does, We will praise you on the streets. We will dance on the streets, I'm telling you. The world will look at us and say they are going crazy. Is it what type of God are they worshipping? We say it is not a God, it is the Creator Himself. At that point in time, every honor and glory, every adoration, every praise you can think of, we will worship you in a way that the world will tremble. Because we are your last testament. That is all we ask for. That your name be praised in that land of the living, that your kingdom may descend from heaven upon this very earth. That land is Biafra. It will dwell as a beacon and hope to the rest of humanity forever and ever. He say, sometimes I want to pray. Someday I will try to see if I can pray for 24 hours non-stop on Radio Biafra. Is that possible? Of course it is. Nothing is impossible. So sabotito to worship Chukwukika Biama. We are indeed blessed. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. Everywhere there are people answering to IPOB, I lead them. I command the commanders of the armies of Biafra, and they will do us proud when the time comes, be rest assured. Every preparation is being done. They will do us proud. They will defend you. Awasa will come to kill us. That is normal. They may be lying to the world. Oh, they should prepare. No, we know they are liars and cheats. And this evening we continue to expose them. Every day, every blessed day that we exist, the zoo is diminishing. That is why all of you must work hard. Be bold and be very proud of who you are. Do you know how they lie? They said, we don't know the operators. They are somewhere hiding. And somebody asked them, did you not see them in Aba on the 30th of May? And they couldn't say anything anymore. You know, black people and Okwase lies. It's like the Animal Rights Initiative. Just even like Owazirike yesterday, he was Ifajun. He was publishing a paper. He said that UN invited Buhari and himself. He published it. That was when I knew that that man is beneath contempt. I'm telling you. You get up in the morning and you fabricate lies and you tell lies and you're still standing up and you're talking. Buhari called you meeting with UN. The same thing with Animal Rights Initiative. Ndioshi and Agaranya Abuja. So they can plan with Okorocha to poison our people. Ndioshi. Dabble with those people at your peril. I warned you. The devil will walk inside them. When I was warning you about Rochester, when I warned you about P2B, didn't it happen? When I warned you about Waziriki Fajuna, did it not happen? Who have we spoken ill about? Even Ohanese and Datron and Dioshi. Do you know that they're bringing us Boko Haram? Ohanese cannot offer one word, not one single statement. Anybody we condemn on Radio Biafra stays condemned forever and ever. There is no redemption. There is no redemption. They are condemned. They are condemned. Once we condemn them, they are finished. Mark my words, I'm telling you. I said, mark what I tell you. P2B killed 86 young men. Some of them were MASOP members. Of course, some of them were doing kidnapping. We know that for sure is their job. But that is not an excuse for you to extrajudicially execute them and dump them inside the Zoo River. P2B, you know the Lanyeba. Peter Obi, did you have oil concession before? No. Do you know that the same Peter Obi, according to Willie Obiano, was complicit in the transfer of Boko Haram to Kulobia? Are you aware of it? I don't think you know. But we're telling you this night. Anybody we say is evil, anyhow you look at it, that person is evil. Why did we stop Ngige from winning Anambra election under APC? When we were mobilizing people, there was no name they didn't call me. They will call me, they will threaten me at night. Some of them will call Radio Biafra and be threatening us. Are you saying you didn't hear about it? APC. We said we would stop them. We stopped them in Anambra. We stopped them in Anambra. Was they happy they died off there? The Simon Giga today is looking for ministerial position using Ikulobia to test his Awasa credentials, his loyalty to Awasa people. Look at Igwocha. Look at Amechi. Chibike. That answers wrote to me. Is Igwocha in good shape? Look at the number of Alamajiri in Igwocha. He will tell you. Anybody will tell you is evil, is evil. If you go up and down, is evil. I direct Radio Biafra by the special grace of Chukwukika Biama. In heaven, we shall do this job diligently and honestly without knowing corruption. That is why I am proud of IPOB. Till tomorrow morning, no corruption whatsoever. And why are poor? That is why we say to let me tell you. This job will not stop until Biafra comes, and once Biafra comes, you continue to enjoy Biafra. Then I will make sure that every textbook with the word Nigeria in it is cleansed. They bring it out, they re-edit it. I despise Nigeria with a passion that you cannot even understand. You don't begin to understand my hatred for the zoological republic. We don't hate human beings. I hate the concept and the notion that a white man can come and create something out of nothing, and that thing turns out to be an evil monster, devouring people every day, making the lives of people so difficult and intolerable. Intolerable. People are standing and people are lying, and they are just that dumb looking. I said to them, Kumiyi is a fraud. Kumiyi and every Yoruba Pentecostal pastor is a fraud. The facts are there. The evidence are there. If you say you are following Yahweh Yeshua, when Yahweh Yeshua was on earth, did he own a horse? The answer is no. Did he own a property? The answer is no. How come you say you're following his footsteps and you're flying aircraft? My black people, are you well at all? Do you see why I insult you? Because you can't reason. I will serve you without blemish, and Biafra will come. If you had asked Joshua and Caleb, they will tell you that we can take Canaan. The rest said no. Well, they are giants, so they are too big. He said, we will take it. And they did. I know what I'm talking. Chukwu Abiyama cannot ask us to come to preach this gospel in his name. Then he will disappoint us. It's impossible because his name is involved. He was the one that said, those of you who are called by my name, which includes also Nnamdi, which means that my father liveth. My Redeemer liveth is the meaning of it in English. Are you aware of it? Chizoba means that the Lord is our salvation. Are you aware of it? Those of you called by my name, Chukwuemeka, Chukwuode. Oh my goodness. Chineke. Direct from heaven. We are live and we are direct, please. Chukwukika Biama is presiding. The time now is 7:45 in the evening here in the United Kingdom. Allow me to proceed very, very gingerly, but with purpose, of course, to the presentation of our news headlines, which will be accompanied by our analysis and news summary this very evening. Even in a Roman Catholic church in Mexico, a man married a crocodile. Are you aware of it? Father Bokobia goes with millions. I'm telling you. Let us bring you the effort we are, and some of you are working very hard. Some of you are working very, I know. I was aware of this very interview that was granted to this very popular, very, very popular blogging website. It says here, Nigerians call for second Biafra. We are not Nigerians because we're not baboons and monkeys, but I can understand. Looking from the outside, you will say it is Nigeria. So it is perfectly understandable. We are Israelites of Africa, and we are. We are the Israelites of Africa, and I love the new movement everywhere now happening. People recognizing who they are and where they come from. Recognize who you are and where you come from. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I like the new movement happening the self-renewal, self-awakening and consciousness that we possess. I liken it to a piece of treasure hidden over many years that will require archaeologists to go and dig it out. You know, when something is lying inside the ground or you dig it out for the very first time, you need to brush it very carefully, very delicately, remove all the debris and the sand that time has heaped upon it for you to reveal what is inside. That is what I liken to what we are doing. The renewal of our covenant with the Most High in heaven. Over many years of debris, every amount of death has fallen on top of it. What we are doing is to remove those deaths clearly, that we may see the pure people that we are, and then relate to the Most High. We are the Israelites of Africa, they say. And are we not? Which other race in this world has the name of Chukwu Abiyama to their name? Israel, Ethiopia, Biafra. Any other people? The answer is no. There's a Oluwafumi. I want you to give me the grandparent of that very person. What was the name? Is there any village in Yoruba land that is answering Oluwa children? I don't know what is it. Oluwafemi. I don't know what it means in Yoruba language. Or maybe Oluwa Opami, my leg or whatever. I don't know. Is there anywhere you know in America or in England that is called the village of the children of God? The answer is no. And if you're not a child of God, will you answer the children of God? No. If you're not a child, I'm trying to use English so people can understand, like Obama. If you're not a child of God, how can you come from a place where, you know, Umwezi Igwe, which means the children of the King of Heaven? I mean, come on. Nobody. We are special. I'm not being arrogant or cocky. No, I am telling you who I am. That I am a child of the Most High, descended from heaven. There is nothing man can do. Nothing. We failed before 67 to 70 because we did not know Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. Simple. That is the crux of the matter. We are idly worshipping Arusi therapy. Those that came and condemned everything we are doing, of course they were wrong, some of them were wrong. But they never told you that the Christians in Europe, they were burning people, saying they are witches. They will burn them outside. This thing that ISIS is doing, they used to do it as well. Don't you know that? Of course they used to do it in Europe. You didn't know that? Go and ask them. All these churches in Europe, did you burn people at the stake or not? The answer is yes. What did those people do? Oh, they are possessed. They are sorcery and witchery. Maybe witchcraft they call it. I should use the proper terminology. They were burnt. So what is the difference between what you're doing and what was happening in parts of Africa of human sacrifice? Oh, because you didn't call your own human sacrifice? I am telling you, when they said they have accepted Christ, when you came out to slaughter the Jews in the Spanish Inquisition, some of you went to church. That fateful Friday, you came out, you started to slaughter every Jew you can see. What has that got to do with Christianity or loving God in heaven? Oh dear me. Should we continue to preach this gospel? Are you understanding what we are saying? Are you following what we are saying? I ask you. Because if you are, then you are truly blessed. Baboons and monkeys are all over the place. They would want to stop you. Some of them these days, if they write that they are Yoruba or Hausa, people will attack them. So they pretend, oh, my name is Uchechukwu Nduku. From the way they combine the names, it's not possible. It has almost a poetic rhyme to it. So it's not proper. Or maybe, because what is it? Nduku Gabriel. Nobody's surname is Gabriel. Your surname cannot be Gabriel. Your name may be Gabriel. But even if the time comes, you won't even allow your children to answer that Gabriel. You go and look for your proper name and say, this is the name I want my grandchild to answer. Am I wrong? Am I right? That tells you all you need to know. That tells you everything you need to know. We are Israelites of Africa. People are covering it. What's the writer's name? Ludovica Lacino. I think she's Ludovica Lacino. Either she's from Eastern Europe or she's Italian. She's a journalist, a very famous blogger writing about Biafra. That is when we ask you to tweet, you tweet. One of our sisters tweeted, and our brothers as well, and they said, okay, you're talking about Biafra all the time. Come and tell us your story. That's the story that is here. Channel doesn't hear what's about Biafra. When we ask you to do something, you think you are working too hard. No, you're not. You never know where it might lead you. We are here. Everybody is talking about Biafra all over the world because of you, IPOB. Makani Huno. I remember those that came together that started this whole thing in the first place. Those of you that committed what you had. Commitment. And this is where we are today. Blackout in Abuja because the zoo is black and evil. Over system collapse. What is new? That is this. I'm calling from Abuja. Electricity. No. My dad turned on the gen. Black. This your G. Hi, my goodness. Black people. Black from Africa. Useless. Absolutely, we are useless, honestly. Black Africa, hopeless. I'm telling you. God. Blackout in Abuja, the headquarters. Oh, Abuja is beautiful. Can't you see it's beautiful? Oh, God. Oh, dear me. Black people. This UG. El Rufai. I became a dollar millionaire in my 20s. This is the thieving governor of Kaduna State. A criminal, a land grabbing thief. A land grabbing criminal and thief from is now in Kaduna as the governor. Nobody knows where they come from. They give outside, they burn them on the street. Ask our one Kajipo Kekweba say Zaria. Of who is your father? He doesn't know. And who is your mother? It's one black woman selling food at the noon. Nobody knows who their parents are. So as he grows up, he assumes the name Barakin Zaria. Al-Haji Barakin Zaria. You think it's a joke? That's his name. No father, no mother. Al-Majri on the street. El Rufai, I became dollar millionaire in my 20s. What are you doing in your 20s that you're a dollar millionaire? Of course, he is our Fulani. Perhaps the father, the grandfather, or the mother's boyfriend was stealing money from somewhere in Biafra land. Millionaire at the age of... Look at how they lie. They don't even know how to lie. Millionaire at the age of 20. Because we have caught him red-handed. For daring to mention Okonji Wala, you are finished. You are finished. Today we tell the world how they elect or rig into power lying, thieving governors. You are a liar. El Rufai. You're a liar. And they cheat. 20. He said he's a quantity surveyor at the age of 20. So tell me, show me how many quantity surveyors make 1,000 naira in a year, talk less of 1 million in foreign currency. The time you're talking about in your 20s, then you're saying you made, I became dollar millionaire. Then Naira was stronger than the dollar. See how they lie. I said, before you lie, remember Radio Biafra and say, if I lie now, they'll get hold of it and they will deal with me. So let me not lie. Just speak the truth. That's all we ask for. El Rufai became dollar millionaire in my 20s. What a lie. A typical baboon and monkey in the zoo answering to a politician. The Zoological Republic to assist Burkina Faso conduct peaceful election. I think this is hilarious. It's just like the dancing Alamajiri. You ever imagine about Thriller? Naboki. My goodness. Thriller of Michael Jackson. You will see, I think people are sharing it everywhere. It's also on my wall on Facebook. Alamajiri on Egu. After beheading people. After a beheading session, they now come back to charge up with Michael Jackson Thriller. And then they move out again with their sword. Oh dear me. They say the zoo is to assist Burkina Faso to conduct peaceful election. Have you heard of that? It's just like Satan coming to telling you that he wants to bring you peace. Lucifer wants to bring peace. You have not conducted ordinary world election peacefully. You want to go and help Burkina Faso to conduct. I can't understand what is in the people of Burkina Faso. Are they okay at home? You want to help them conduct peaceful election. You master riggers. If not for the presence of CIA, and our people telling Jonathan, if you don't hand over, we'll kill you here. Would you have handed over? Their size, no? Buhari condemns Boko Haram attacks, asks the terrorists to stop abasement of Islam. You started it. You called them your brothers last week. And now you're condemning the attacks. But this is what you're planning for us at Ekulobia. The world is put on notice. Britain, they're pretending they don't hear it. America, we're not aware. Our ambassador is not aware. So we have written to them. The ambassadors, they say, are you aware that Boko Haram is now in Biafra land at XYZ place? Are you aware of it? Are you aware? We are letting you know so that when they sneak out at night to come and kill us, we'll kill them. Not when we kill them. You say, oh, they are doing program. They have come to kill us. We must defend ourselves. Buhari, the pedophile terrorist. If you are taking your 7-year-old daughter, 8 years or 9, to Asarok for any event, make sure that you cover them from head to toe. If Buhari sees your child and the child is 9 years old, there's every tendency they will take the child off you. If you say no, they will arrange an accident for you outside so he can lay his hands on your great-granddaughter. The man is a pedophile. Buhari is a certified pedophile. In any other country of the world, he will be in prison. Do you doubt me? Ask the wife called Aisha. At what age were you abused sexually by this man? At what age were you raped by that 45-year-old man? Then she will tell you. You will know that anything we tell you on Radio Biafra is true and correct. And I for is gospel. Are you saying he's not a terrorist? I said, by the time we finish dealing with Buhari, he will die there in Asarok. One morning you say he's dead. The only thing that can save that man is that he rises up as a human being and says, I am now willing to negotiate terms for Biafra to become a separate entity. Apart from that, we will drain him and he will die in office. I'm telling you the truth. Buhari, the terrorist and pedophile, condemns Boko Haram attacks, and these are the people that he trained. He was the one sponsoring them. And if some of you don't absorb what we teach here on radio, remember when I preached here on Radio Biafra, I told you that one day Buhari will be begging Boko Haram to stop and they will say no to him. That the monster he has created will outgrow him. I said it on Radio Biafra many, many times. And I gave my reasons as to why. America, CIA created the Mujahideen that fought Russia in Afghanistan. They metamorphosed into Al-Qaeda, into Taliban, into ISIS you have today. They never ever stop. Look at Al-Shabaab. Look at the ones that created all these monsters all over the world. Maybe to terrorize foreigners and a few people. Today, they are being overrun. Look at Islamic Brotherhood. Look at the Hezbollah. They never ever stop. Once they grow, they begin to take orders from Oga, the Ababa, and that's it. It's finished. You are gone. That was why when the problem of Boko Haram is a failure of leadership and strategic planning on the part of the Zoological Republic. This man was going about his own life, preaching peacefully. He never did anything wrong to anybody. Go and ask. He was preaching about Sharia, that he wants to see Sharia. He wants to see, which is his right to do. I believe in that they should have Sharia. Why don't you allow them to? They were doing their Sharia before the white man came. Leave them alone. If Boko Haram wants to bring Sharia to Hausa people, is it your business? That's how they were before the white man came. But, typical zoo fashion, like what they're trying to do. Let's look for them and kill them. Maybe if we kill them. They're always counting that a majority of the people are cowards, that the black people are cowards. They don't have respect for you. If we kill the leader, others will run away. They went and killed Muhammad Yusuf. The man did not attack the police. He didn't attack the army. They went and killed him for no reason. And then Boko Haram was born in the shape you see them today. They never knew that if they kill Muhammad Yusuf, they will get something worse. It doesn't matter if Shekau is alive or dead, you will get somebody worse than Shekau. That is how it was, an ideology. You can never defeat it. You can never. Ask American people, did they not go and rent an office in Qatar and they are begging Taliban to come, let's talk? Ask Obama. They had to go to Qatar to rent an office in Qatar. America is begging Taliban to come for peace talks. And Taliban said no. You run away from Afghanistan. And now is NATO not withdrawing from Afghanistan? People don't understand the history. They don't read it. You want to hear what David Cameron said or Obama said. That is rubbish. You go to history. History will tell you that you can never ever defeat an ideology. Biafra is a religion, not even an ideology. So you can never dream of defeat. You can never defeat Biafra. It's impossible. That many Biafrans today, many Igbo people are cowards. It's understandable. After all, they're Igbo. They have to be cowardly. But Biafrans know. Do you know the man called Philip Effiong, the second in command to Ojukwu? Philip Effiong of Ibibio land. Do you see the way he conducted himself? With great pride. He doesn't mingle with idiots. Philip F. never mixed with. Did you hear him in the zoo politics talking nonsense? I want office, I want money. Rubbish. He's a proper Biafran, hardcore. Philip Effiong. Number one hardcore Biafran. Number one is Philip Effiong. Let me tell you, if you want to know today why I believe that our most concrete people is Akwa Ibom Ibibio, that is why. Let me tell you. Once they're with you, they're with you. They never go back. They never ever. Did you see him coming out to belittle himself? Never. Let's continue, please. Bomb blast. 15-year-old Hausa girl kills herself and 12 others in a mosque. And they have the temerity to say, people should warn Radio Biafra what they are planning. People, you think the world is stupid? You are the one doing the killing. You are the people. Black people and is it hypocrisy or ignorance? I don't know what it is. Who are the ones killing people now? That's at today. Hausa Fulani 15-year-old girl killed 12 people. Not a Biafran. So you must be aware of that. Boko Haram, how come the homes of rich Hausa men in Borno, nobody is attacking it because they are paying Boko Haram money? That is exactly what our own want us to do to them. So they'll be paying us money behind the back door. We don't want it. We don't need it from them. But as soon as Biafra, some of them will not live to see Biafra. But for some other ones, as soon as Biafra comes, then they'll come and account to the people exactly what they did with their lives. But in the Boko Haram territory, the homes of the wealthy are not being touched. That word. How do you feel when somebody says to you, you're a Nigerian? How do you feel? Do you feel shame at all? Or you just carry on as if everything is not? You don't know it's a curse. Just say, Nigerian, come. So you don't feel somehow. I don't know. I do. In those days, that is. If you call me that now, I don't care who you are. The type of response you get from me, then you go and research about Biafra by force. I won't be polite. You don't see somebody, you call the person a Nigerian. Can I see you and I'll call you a fox? Hey, fox, come here. You don't come here, Nigerian. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? I will ask you. Are you insane? You see a human being walking and you're calling the person a Nigerian. Are you not well? Fulani gunmen kills Igbo businessman and wife in Katsina. We brought this today. Our WhatsApp paper is reporting a daily post. Our WhatsApp paper. Fulani gunmen. Fulani. Who is a Fulani? Your terrorist head of state, Buhari, is a Fulani man. And then they are the ones saying to Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, we are here. We are aware of a radio station. It is talking and the people are following them. We are warning everybody. Now we have peace. You have peace in the zoo, but an Igbo family is dead. You are the ones killing our people. And you're asking us not to talk, not to tell the world what is happening. You think the world is stupid as you are? Alamajiri. Lunatics. Let's continue to do our work. How does it? We are taking you back now to when? To January 14th of 2012. We want to let the world know because they are saying it now in Awasa land that Nnamdi Kanu is leading a group of terrorists. They want to massacre everybody. We want to let the world understand this very well. That is a simple Awasa cheap propaganda. You know, when after drinking Fura de Nunu, they come up with me talking rubbish because the parasite in the milk, the non-pasteurized milk has gone into their brain and they're talking rubbish. That's why they go blind sometimes. You see them sucking milk from the udder of a cattle. Raw milk. Awasa Fulani. Animals they are. Adazi is in Biafra land. At Adazi Nuku is in Oka. They mourn the death of 13 of their indigents. You know, we love to travel. After all, I came to England to study, and then we stayed. Look at our people. We are living everywhere, apart from where we come from. They killed 13. One community buried 13. One kindred, 13 people in one go. After seeing that, I think Peter came to the burial. After that, he said, "We are working very hard to make Nigeria a better place. So when next I come to Damaturu, we will see." These are the leaders, political leaders. They buried 13 people. It was reported 2012, January 14th. We're bringing you the news today to let the world know that they are the ones doing the killing. Oh. You know, when the world is crazy, you know. I don't know, but how do they manage to do it? Awasa Fulani people. How do they manage to do this lie, of course, with the help of Yoruba? This is their lying machinery. They were the ones. Ojukwu said it clearly that he wouldn't mind confederation at Aburi. Gowon came back and said no, because confederation meant or could have resulted in Biafrans controlling all the resources in Biafra. You know, Britain, what sense? Told Awasa, no, tell them no, you don't want that. Because we want you to control the resources from Lagos. This Britain you're looking at here. Britain now, Anglican church, Anglican, these same people, these same murderers and killers. Let me not see my mother's some rapper. That is the rapper they used to enslave women in Africa. You're tying the rapper of the head of a white woman. But you come to England, are they tying the rapper of the head of a black woman? The answer is no. That is slavery. In fact, he won't even be there by the time I get home. Won't be there. Britain told Awasa, don't agree, control everything from Lagos. You and Mbati people, you and Ofemano, go and share everything. And they did. And then they came back, they're blaming Ojukwu. Ojukwu shouldn't have gone to war. There was do you know history? We are killing us. The same killing you're still doing till today. Awasa Fulani, you are killing us. You can try all you like to deceive and bamboozle the world. But now they're listening because you've only given one interview. And you're gone. But every day, Radio Biafra is here. morning and night. If I'm not speaking, my deputy is speaking. So every day we're on the air. So all your lies, your 30 minutes lie will come, will blow it away in 5 minutes. Another strike is looming at Nigerian universities, the zoo universities, and what is new. These are the people who come to debate with us. You are going on strike again, yes? And then you come out to debate with people that went to school. You don't stand a chance. You do not stand a chance, you will fall. I have no hand in Boko Haram prisoners' relocation to Anambra, according to, this is Obiano's own. But it's a lie, says Peter Obi. Peter Obi says no, it is not correct. That's what Peter Obi is saying. Peter Obi says it's a lie. It is not correct. We shall look into that. Peter Obi is the murderer. You know, talking like a woman. You don't know that behind all that facade. I do agree that Igbo people can frustrate you. I accept that. Igbo people are naturally frustrating people. They frustrate you. It's in their nature. Nobody can help them. It's in their nature. They're like that. Somebody will come and tell you, you're not fighting. You said you're going to fight them. You're not fighting yet. Did you give me one bullet? You didn't hear when we said we're looking for guns and for bullets? Oh, I heard it, but I thought you'd have started by... Look at the argument of a typical Igbo man, full of stupidity and hopelessness. We at IPOB, we want weapons to defend our land against Hausa incursion and invasion. If Hausa touches any of us, they will get it. But you have not started. I saw Hausa the other day at Hausa Towere. And you're saying to this idiot who is Igbo, have you bought us any guns? No. Have you contributed to the running of IPOB? No. Do you contribute to Radio Biafra? No. Have you bought us any bullets? No. How do you want us to then go and fight this man? Hey, but you need to do something. You said it in argument. Argument in Igbo these days. Oh dear me. Oh dear me. I feel sorry for them. Because they think they have sense and they don't know anything. This idiot arguing, I have done the best I can. I have contributed. Yes, I'm going to receipt in. Also, Dara. Not even Hausa. At least Hausa can stand and do something. Yoruba is cowardly to the core. Aregbe Shola talking of Yoruba to cut civil servant salary by 50% in a place of runaway, rampaging inflation. In a place of chronic poverty. Somebody with a private jet, but with money belonging to the people, is now saying to the workers of the state, I will cut your salary by 50%. And everybody is clapping. Hey, governor, we hail you. People say I am harsh on black people. I say, no, you're harsh on yourselves. Your stupidity is staggering. You're hailing somebody cutting your wages into two. But that is why you're a black baboon. As a rock interagency clashes, why Buhari must not politicize security. They are trying to, everything is security. But you ask this, do you have security? The answer is no. Then why is everybody mad about security? We are into security. We want to do security. Everybody, security. But do you have the security on the ground? The answer is no. The best way to ensure security is not by giving guns to every baboon and monkey you come across. No, it is not. You're breeding anarchy. Now people will understand why we insist on command and control and discipline. They don't know the meaning of the word discipline. That is what we want. So if we give you a gun, we know any day we say drop it, don't fire, you stop. Discipline. Not stop. Now I got it. Oh, after all, I have bullet here. I must as well discharge it. They talk about security, but they are very, very wretched indeed. We must continue. Pray for the United States. ISIS learns of FBI command centers across the USA. ISIS, they have now studied FBI, and the Catholic Say website is now saying that people should pray for America. Or should America pray for themselves? When they're supporting Islam, didn't they know that? during Biafra war. They will say, oh no, don't. We were saying to them, but we are fellow Christians now, help us. That's what pained me, Ojukwu sent people to them. They wrote letters to them, phone calls. But you are Christian countries. You brought us Christianity. Why won't you help us? They said, no, go and be ruled by Islam. And after looking at it, somebody like Steve Jobs, the Apple phone you're using, or iPad, even I like in this lazy people. The iPad you're using or iPhone. The person that made it possible, Steve Jobs, he was of Iranian parentage. In America, he was adopted. Do you know that? As I said, if you don't listen to Radio Biafra, you don't learn. He was adopted. He founded, he was a school dropout, I think. He worked very hard and developed Apple, the product. Very, very beautiful brand it is. Till tomorrow morning, Apple, very nice. Do you know what this man said when they were killing Biafran children? He said he will no longer go to church. That he cannot understand this type of God that is in heaven, keeping quiet as innocent people are being slaughtered in Biafra land. Children. Forget about even the children. The world was crying. But do you know America ignored him? Everybody ignored. Everybody. Bruce Mayrock burnt himself. 10 school children in France killed themselves because of Biafra. Yet they won't listen. You know what I find funny? Is still after the war, people go to Anglican church and contribute money and give to Britain. Our people, there's a type. I was born in Anglican church. My father is a knight in the church of the old, not these new ones. I used to be a chorister in the church. So I don't believe in wishy-washy sentimentalism. It's our own. Let me protect my own. I cannot say I was born. I was taken to Anglican church. For your information, do you know that the hopelessness of our people, even after the war, we are sending money to Britain. We are doing synod with them. Let's do synod. And the prayer. I remember very vividly as there was an old prayer book. The Queen of England is there. You pray for the Queen of England in my village. The same queen that was responsible for the death of your children. You're praying for. Do you see why I said that black people are that backwards and daft? When I said, don't say that you are insulting me. I'm not insulting you. I am highlighting your stupidity. I tell you how foolish you have been. So next time you won't repeat the same mistake. Britain said no. Ojukwu was please, I went to Oxford. I speak English. They said, go back to go on. And beyond that, go on. Ojukwu said, but they are killing my people. Can't you see? They are killing us. They said, no. Even if they are killing you, you brought it upon yourself. How? They said, because you did. How? I thought you said we were one Nigeria. So how come I'm living in Katsina and they are killing me? What? No, you brought it on yourself. Come on, go back and beyond that, go on. That was it. Because this man had shares in British Petroleum. Harold Wilson, the former UK Labour Party Prime Minister. He said, you don't want my dividend to grow? You black bastard, as they will call us. Come on, I will kill you. And the British did. They did. Very, very well with Hawassa Fulani. So that's why I was shouting, they're going to cause genocide, so that when you send Boko Haram to come to Aba and start killing people, the world will say, oh, it's Biafrans that are causing genocide. I said, I have a superior technology. By the time we finish with it and Biafra television is up and running, the world will know. My goodness me. Watch and see what will happen. Watch and see. Biafra television is coming. And then the world will know how serious we are. We are gathering evidence against Hawassa Fulani. We know what they are doing. That is why I said to the army, don't give the zoo any reason whatsoever. They will provoke us, they will poke us, keep quiet. Until they do something that the world will say, yes, it's your fault, then we hit them very hard. We know what we are doing. We are going to prove they will do something eventually. You saw the way we went after them at Akwa Ibom. They ran. Oh, we didn't pump anywhere anymore. It's not also, we didn't do anything. They ran away because we went after them. And I won't tell you. Let's continue. This is Radio Biafra. If you're not confident of victory, don't come with us. We are 100% certain that Biafra will come. Nothing will stop it. Do you know why? We have Chukwukika Biama before us. Onye du anyị na-aga ije wo ekekele igwe n'ụwa usu niile nke ndị agha, the Lord of hosts, with an S at the end of it, for your information. So there is no way we can fail. This is Radio Biafra. The whole of humanity is listening, and we are live and direct. We are live and direct. Of course, we need to be. We must be. We need to be. For the sake of Biafra, we need to be. The news in greater detail. Is a quote. Please. This is a quote by somebody. Is a quote. I have never considered myself a Nigerian. I love that. Hey. This is an article being written by an Italian lady for IB Times in the United Kingdom. It's a very popular website, big blogging news online company. Very, very fantastic. I have never considered myself a Nigerian, always a Biafran, says David Chidiebere from Imo State. And this he told IB Times UK during a discussion about why thousands of people in southern Nigeria are calling for independence. So this tweeting you're doing, you think is not working? Of course. I want this very news to be everywhere to remind people the importance of tweeting. This lady said, everywhere is Biafra, 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 Biafra. Oh, IPOB. I know sometimes we can be harsh on you, but in actual fact, you're working very hard. And we know. We only want you to work harder, that's all, until Biafra comes. We know that IPOB, at least the hardcore, we know how hard you are working. It's not that we are not appreciative. Of course we are, because without you, we won't be where we are today. But just work a little bit harder, please. Some of that work is now paying off. This very Italian lady writing for a very popular website in the UK is now discussing Biafra. If she could have gotten the message, that means every other person is getting it as well. We must double our effort, not slacken it. We are going to make tweeting. Myself, I tweet every day. As you can. Some of you who are following me on Twitter, nnamdi kanu 1, you will know we tweet every blessed day. I do. I tweet every day. If not every 3 hours or so. I tweet all the time. All the time. You know, people are cloning and setting up a Twitter account sometimes with my picture and my name. It's not me. My own is at Nnamdi Kanu 1. All one word. That's my Twitter account. Should you wish to follow, that is. Chidiebere was born after Biafra was re-annexed, they said, into the zoo in 1970 and learnt about the struggle of his ancestors. Learnt about I don't know what is wrong with, they are hacking our system all the time, My screen, I'm telling you, it keeps flicking, jumping up and down. That is Jonathan's $80 million. No, 300 million. 80 was the down payment. 300 million he paid for them to stop Radio Biafra. They couldn't. Is a alamajiri. What Jonathan couldn't stop, ordinary alamajiri. With Hilux. Hilux actually radio. Hilux van. And a bunch of uneducated idiots. What has AK-47 got to do with stopping a radio station? AK-47. Hilux van. Anyway, they're black. Chidiebere was born after the war. After the Biafra War and the re-annexation into the Zoological Republic in 1970, courtesy of the British of Biafra, and learned about the struggle of his ancestors from his father. Today, he believes Biafran should separate from Nigeria, which is the zoo, of course. They, being the government of the zoo, according to Chidiebere, who was writing, they want us to be one Nigeria. But why hasn't any Igbo or Biafran been the president of the country since the end of the war? We have the oil, but they are the ones who are squandering the money, which is correct. And Awasa Fulani people are the poorest as well in the zoo. Very, very sad indeed. They are also the poorest in the zoo. Chidiebere explained that the fight for an independent Biafra is not just about natural resources. We Biafrans don't want to be in the same country with people we don't share the same mentality, religion, culture, language, accent, or way of life with. Well said. Properly written, well said. I love it. And maybe their school is not on strike. I love it so much. This is fantastic. And now this white lady, when she goes out, she'll also tell her friends about it. We are being marginalized everywhere we are. We the Israelites of Africa, of course. London-based member of Ekwenche Research Institute and Biafra 24 told IBT UK that following the annexation, Biafra communities were separated. Biafra was known as a provincial system which didn't recognize any of the states created by Nigeria and its agents. In 1970, Nigeria divided the people to decentralize the unity of Biafrans. We believe that the 36 states and 774 local government structure imposed via decrees by officers from the occupational government of Nigeria render the people of Biafra an insignificant minority. That is correct. Absolutely correct. Because they took away Biafra land and gave to Benue State, Idoma people. They carved off a gala and put it in heaven. In fact, then it was called Benue Plateau State. River State was carved out, and our Ikwere brothers, they are now saying they are Niger Delta. And also Ogoni. Ogoni is an Igbo land. I used to go there on holidays. All of that part. My aunt, I used to go there on holidays. I have my first cousins who are from Ogoni land. These are my first cousins. I said first. They are in Ogoni land. The place I used to go on holidays when I was small. All of a sudden, it's now, is another country. They carved us away. Ebema was divided into three. Ebema in Delta, Ebema in Rivers, Ebema in Imo State. The same Ebema in River State, now claiming to be Niger Delta, is the same community hall they share. The same language, the same name, the same culture, the same accent, the same dialect. They decimated us. They carved off Ibibio and they created Cross River State that includes Ibibio and Efik without telling the world that Ibibio means Ibonta. That Ibibio is as something as Igbo, is the same thing. That the variation in language doesn't mean any difference, because when we came to where we are today, we met the people of the forest, the Bijangos. They were speaking different dialects and accents. So as we were migrating inwards towards the forest, we were picking up their accent and their way of life. Our historians were there. They did not say anything about it. The white man, which is the British, through the Awasa Fulani, rendered asunder everything that held us together, as Chinua Achebe famously observed and commented in his book. Since the center couldn't hold anymore, things fell apart. Hence the book Things Fall Apart. Go and read it 4 times, not once. You know who you are. And the ways of your ancestors, you will be able to understand it. You will be able to understand it. You will be able to understand. Multiple system collapses from the transmission company of the Zoological Republic, TCN, have slashed electricity supply to Abuja and environs by 92%, resulting in protracted blackouts since Wednesday. The Zoological Republic. When I say that black people are insanely stupid, this is what I mean. System collapse. But it's not stopping their private jets from taking off. No. It's not stopping them from buying. They love Marapco generator with silencer. That shows I'm a big man. The wickedness of a black man. I'm going to write a book on it. When they get up, they look around. I'm the only one in upstairs, I'm the only one with light in his house. That means I'm a big chief. That's how black people think. They measure their worth according to how much money they have. Poor people, very poor. That is why in Biafra land, education system, I've got one in town, no? You will go to school, I'm telling you. You will be educated to know that money is rubbish. It doesn't mean anything. It's not who you are. It's the content of your character, as Martin Luther King would say. The content of your character is what determines who you are. Not how much money you have in the bank. That is rubbish. If you don't have class, you don't have it. An official of Abuja Electricity Distribution Company who was contacted provided serial updates on the system collapses Wednesday night after hitting 30 megawatts low from its 400 megawatt allocation. They said if they privatized, because the white man is preaching to them, IMF, privatize your public companies. You will make more money. You will decentralize. These are, and sometimes I say to IMF, do you know you're talking to monkeys? Because they are wearing tie and suit, you think they are human beings? No, these are baboons. They don't know anything. Because there's a saying where we come from. Because a white man is doing privatization in their country doesn't mean that you black baboons should do the same. Your conditions are not the same. Their economies are more advanced. Before they decided to privatize, they've been running their economies for nearly 400 years. There is a phase, and I'm going to tell you. I won't tell you. You won't understand it. Let's just say that there is blackout in the capital. He said, I'm going to change. Is coming, change. I'm going to fix everything. Oh, change. I'll fix it. They can't even produce and distribute ordinary electricity. And they privatize these companies. They give you light for 5 seconds. They bring you NEPA bill. Do you know that people pay the bill? Nobody complains. That is, black people. That's why there is no mass rebellion. There is no mass revolt. We've not done anything. Do you see that the zoo is shaking? As I said before, some people from America, they write to me, they say, oh, we don't want to go to war. There's a better way to do it. And I said to them this, to all of you in America, all Biafrans in America. If all of you can take one day off work because you work all year round because you're very poor. If all of you can take one day off, every Biafran in America, and you decide to gather to have a protest only for one day or make it 2 days, you will get Biafra without anybody firing one single shot. Because there's something called Igbo. When the white people will see how many of us there are, they will say, if these people rebel, we cannot contain it. That is all. But Hausa will use intimidation, AK-47, new Hilux van, they scream and they jump out. Hey, we are Hausa Fulani, we own you, we can do anything we like. That is all giri they are doing. Every move they make, we are recording it. We will expose them soon. They think Radio Biafra, the world people will be tuned into Biafra television to be watching drama unfolding from the zoo. They don't know what we have in store for them. The only thing that can save them is to say, how do we let them go? Not me. Then I will send people to negotiate with them. Our terms. Or else I will disgrace Nigeria. I will disgrace Nigeria to the point whereby they will be worthless. If they attend any event, people will spit in their faces. I'm telling you. They're in one almighty trouble. I'm telling you. We are asking for our freedom. I'm not asking for anything else. There is nothing you have I want. Just leave me alone. That is all. So when you're presenting your propaganda rubbish in your Naija FM, you tell the world, that is what Nnamdi Kanu said, leave me alone. Let my people go. That's all. Maybe you can understand that because it's in the Bible. Let my people go. That's what we're saying. Or allow us to enter the promised land that Chukwuabiama gave to us. Blackout everywhere. Black people with blackout. What is new? Nothing is new. The thieving governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El Rufai of Kaduna State, denies declaring an asset of 90 billion. He will deny it now. Maybe tomorrow he will deny again that he didn't say he's a millionaire at the age of 20. But do you know why I like this people? They are making this Union, is it Union newspaper or whatever it's called. They are quite impressive. I love it. They said, we stand by our story. They are called the Union. We stand by the story we broke. We are not going to change it. Never. The Union had reported that the former Director General of the Bureau for Public Enterprise and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory had allegedly declared ownership of 40 houses in asset declaration form. Speaking through his media aide, Samuel Aruwan, the governor said that he is a qualified chartered surveyor and started making money early in life. Malam Nasser El-Rufai, according to his spokesman, said, is a privileged Nigerian. Of course he is. He's Awasa Fulani, he will be. The British made him so. He qualified as a chartered quantity surveyor early, are you listening? Early in life, okay, we agree. And became a dollar millionaire in his 20s by doing what? By stealing money, by moving money for corrupt Awasa Fulani politicians. He became a dollar millionaire. The time they are talking about dollar being a big currency, Naira was actually at the top then. Naira at the time was more than the pound. Then before the pound overtook Naira very briefly. Is that not correct? So anybody becoming a millionaire then in dollar, you are absolutely nobody. Because Naira was stronger than the dollar. And how did he become a billionaire in dollar then? Because nobody knew anything then like foreign exchange or maybe Western Union, or you had what's it called, BTC is it BTC if you're traveling or whatever. And what are students then? There's something they used to give to students to pay their fees. My cousin was in London. My aunt used to send him money. Then I remember very clearly his school fees and everything was being sent from Aba. My aunt was sending the son money in London who was schooling because Naira was stronger than pound then, if I recall very vividly. So, when did dollar come in and the pound come in? Is it not a question of when the economy collapsed? So, when did you make this your money in dollar? Which company were you trading in or marketing in or whatever it is that you may wish to call it? Do you see how Awasa people lie? They said he made money in his in dollars. The period he is talking about of his 20s, which I presume will be early 70s, late 70s to early 80s. Please correct me if I'm wrong. At that material point in time that you are making this money in your 20s, Naira was stronger than the dollar. Dollar was not freely available. You don't even see foreign currency because Naira was very, very strong. So which bank were you banking all these dollars you are making? What is the company name that you are running that you are making money to put away in dollars? You see that you people are petty liars. You're lying criminals and lying toads. You are always found out. Before you open, they wanted to sue the Union newspaper. And we welcome it. I don't know who they are. But I love their bravery and journalism. It's not like the other ones. Always reporting which is gossip columns, reporting what somebody is saying, not taking a stand on something. I said, this is what we believe in. I love this. El-Rufai is lying. He is lying. He said he was a millionaire at the age of 20 as a quantity surveyor. You're a liar because zoo universities, you leave secondary school at the age of 16 if you're lucky. If you didn't do upper or lower 6, as government college will have you do, you go to university, you graduate at the age of 21. At the age of 21. So how did you is it when you're at the university doing the chartered surveyor as a student? Because are you telling me now you practiced quantity surveying before you graduated? I can't understand. Do you see how black people lie? That is why Biafra will be very nice. Cross-examination. Every court proceedings will be done in the public. You'll be cross-examining people. Ask them questions they cannot answer you. He became a dollar billionaire at the age of, in his 20s. Maybe moving stolen money away from the zoo at that very age. Very sad indeed. We must speed up things and conclude. They said that the zoo, according to the pedophile and terrorist, Muhammadu Buhari, Both tags are true, please. Before you condemn me for calling your president a terrorist, please ask him if he was not the one who sponsored Boko Haram. You ask Buhari, are you not the one that said, if you don't win, you will make the zoo ungovernable? On the 25th of December of the same year in Damaturu, Igbo people were slaughtered attending St. Joseph's, is it St. Michael's Catholic Church in Damaturu? Is that not correct? Why is it that when Jonathan responded by going after Boko Haram, you said an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North? Why did this El Rufai, this Nasser El Rufai of Abuja, Capital Territory, land grabbing thief, why did he then come back and say that every Fulani person killed, that they're going to kill a Biafran in return? And the MBC did not ban him. Nobody cautioned him. Nobody cautioned El Rufai. But when I speak on Radio Biafra, everybody is jumping up and down in the zoo as if their life is about to end. Of course, your lives will end. Very miserably, I add. The terrorist and pedophile, Muhammadu Buhari, pledges that the zoo will work with other ECOWAS member nations and the international community to assist Burkina Faso in the conduct of election. Oh my goodness, a thief is coming to your house to help you arrange the lock to your safe. Is that possible? It's laughable, isn't it? It's laughable. What comes out of the zoo? The terrorists will continue. On Friday in Abuja, condemned the latest wave of killings by Boko Haram insurgents in Borno, describing them as the most inhuman and barbaric, and that they should stop abasement of Islam. This is contained in a statement issued by the President's the terrorist senior special assistant on media and publicity, Alhaji Garoba Shehu. Everything is Awasa. Everybody Awasa Fulani Boko Haram. So that their secret will not leak out. Izukaman and Neji, which is also correct. According to the statement, the terrorist considers the murder by the terrorists of up to 150 his fellow brothers, of up to 150 innocent men, women, and children in Kukawa a very heinous atrocity which must be unreservedly condemned by all the people of conscience. But where is your new command? You moved your new headquarters, command and control, to Maiduguri. How are they doing? You said you're going to eradicate Boko Haram with, is it 1 week or 2 weeks? You said. I asked Britain. They said, oh, you are the best person to do it because you started Boko Haram, so you should stop them. Have you been able to stop them? The answer is no. The killing is continuing. Each time you kill the head of a movement, it assumes a more radical dimension as long as that movement is ideologically based. Now you understand it. Your problems are just beginning. It's in the morning. You have Boko Haram killing people, but you're buying hillocks to be pursuing IPOB and looking for where our transmitters are. Yes? You have people. Can you say that any IPOB family member has actually committed any crime anywhere? The answer is no. Are we in a police station? No. Can they say we stole anything? No. Did we kill anybody? We don't even fight people. Is IPOB even? We number millions. Have you seen anybody saying that they saw us fighting? Because if you do, you will be expelled immediately. We don't engage in street fighting. No, we are disciplined people. I mean, disciplined, truthful, honest people. You can do whatever you like. You can never change that very fact. You are the ones who are murderers. You are killers. Your children are killers. Hausa Fulani. The things you give birth to on the streets of the Mohammedan Emirates of the North are pharaohs and vandals. Wild donkeys you give birth to. That is why they go about killing people. We don't. I'm telling you now, IPOB, we don't lie. We don't cheat. We don't even engage in fighting. We reserve ourselves for the right time. When it comes, you will know. You people are busy killing people. You are now telling them, how about your central command? From today, move the central command to Meduguri, a commander. He says the general. A general who doesn't understand any tactics at all. Move your command. What are they doing? I thought they said they have defeated Boko Haram. How come they are now sweeping villages and murdering people? You are begging for outside help. I tweeted it today. On Twitter, I said, this is the man condemning Jonathan for seeking outside help. Today, you're asking for outside help. That shows lack of judgment on your part. Alamajiri. 15-year-old Awasa girl once again have killed 12 people in a mosque. It's Awasa throughout everywhere. Awasa Alamajiri, Awasa Fulani. Killers everywhere you go. They are the ones killing. They are the ones who are stealing. They are the ones who are hungry. I can't understand it. You own all the oil well. You own, you control everything. The governance, the MP, Ports Authority, civil service, everywhere you go to is Awasa Fulani. You have the oil money. Why are you still poor? Have you asked yourself that question? Awasa, why are you still poor? I ask you. A young female suicide bomber killed 12 worshippers when she blew herself up in a mosque in the northeastern city of the Zoo. A witness and a vigilante aiding the military against Boko Haram said on Friday, which is today. The bomber was a girl aged around 15 who was seen, maybe she's too old for Buhari. Buhari likes them when they are young, now about 9 years old, between 7 and 9. Then Buhari can now be interested. Who was seen around the mosque when worshippers were preparing for the afternoon prayers. Vigilante Dalami Ajokuta said of Thursday's attack in Malari village, adding 12 had died and 7 were injured. Very, very terrible indeed. Very, very terrible indeed. Another group of people killed. And they said, IPOB, people should stop them. They're inciting hatred. What would lead a 15-year-old girl to kill 12 people in a mosque who are praying, if not hatred? Do you see the Zoo? If you people can actually spend some time asking Awasa Fulani people serious questions, why are you doing what you're doing? Maybe you can get them to change than buying hillocks. Look at Okura Awasa. Atro Awasa ko. Okura Atro Awasa. What does he know? He's serving his masters in Abuja. Very sad indeed. According to a report from the International Center for Investigative Reporting, the children of many wealthy Nigerians are in support of Boko Haram insurgency in parts of the state. Their father, they go and steal money from Abuja. They give to their children, they give to Boko Haram. It's here now. Look at them. Awasa Alamajiri. After that, they would be dancing Michael Jackson's Thriller. There are reports of a facility where these radical young adults are kept. It is believed that they don't undergo trial and their parents sometimes wish that they are elsewhere, like in Dubai, in the UAE, or maybe in Malaysia. They spread them. They go to Qatar. They go to Saudi Arabia. They go squandering money from oil well. Meanwhile, the people from so-called Naija Delta, the same river where they go to toilet, where they have their shower, they go there to pick water to drink. Whereas those from the desert, controlling all the oil wells in Biafra land, their children are in the Far East and Middle East having fun. After beheading some people, Alamajiri. According to reporters here, not me. Also, in spite of the numerous attacks on Maiduguri, places like the old new GRA, where the wealthy people and the influential criminals, and these are the vandals you have in Abuja. They don't have any job. It's allocation. They go, they share oil well. They say who lives and who dies. They organize 1 or 2, they own the army. They say to the army officer, hey, Aboki, you are the officer commanding 82 Amphibious Brigade in Iguacha. Yes, okay, kill 4 people for me this week, please. Kajigo, they just go and sleep. Now, when their children fall sick, they say they go to India. The Indian doctor will say to them, I need the kidney of a very healthy child, of maybe about 4, so we can see that, okay, because we don't trust that one will be healthy, they kill 4 little children, harvest their organs and fly to India, and then their child will go to India and receive transplant. Welcome to the zoo. People don't know what is happening in Nigeria, do you? The zoological, no, you don't. That's why you need to listen to the ask them, is what I'm saying a lie? Which part of what I am saying is a lie? It is here according to, this is why we don't write the news. If we write it, people won't believe. This is being reported by a group of international investigative reporters published in Nigeriana.org website. The children of those of them stealing your oil well dry, looting the treasury, they are giving the money to Boko Haram. Some of them join in the attacks. When they are caught, their father will say, oh, my son Idris, what are you doing here? Okay, off you go. to Dubai. They go for shopping in Dubai. And then they sleep at Atiku's hotel. Is it Kapinski, they call it, at Dubai Mall. 5-star hotel. And then one Nigeria. And they think, one Nigeria. Hey, one Nigeria, we are Nigerians. Let's unite as one country. Eban is wushu, murderers and killers. Tell yourselves the truth. As long as we exist, which will be forever, mind you, we will be shredding the zoo with facts and figures. We are not the ones writing it. This is from Daily Post, an WhatsApp paper, not Radio Biafra writing. I am reading to you what papers people are reporting about the zoo, because if we write it ourselves, you won't believe us. So we go to, because we have no need to lie. Why should I lie to you? If I tell you the truth, I go, what can you do? Nothing. We command men on the ground. When I mean men, I mean men. Millions. This army is not in hundreds of thousands. I said millions. Under one supreme command. One, not two. They rang and said, what do we do to Kumuyi? The answer was simple. Don't touch him. But tell our people not to go to see him. His crusade did not last up to 1 hour. Obalaga. We are powerful. Beyond your imagination, I tell you. Even Sun newspaper, paper and the homosexuals, they are writing, Masop said they are not against Kumuyi coming. But of course they won't be. They're in support of Mohammed Abacha coming. They're in support of Hamza Abdullahi coming. They're in support of President Jonathan coming. Then anybody can come. He needs I think he wants to build a new hostel. Is it a new hotel now? So watch Igbo na new layout where no hotel 40 bedroom freedom fighter. Oh my God, freedom fighter. Fulani, look at Fulani people chasing or cattle chasing them. How? Like when the hand on over the beacon. Let's continue. Fulani government kill Igbo business. I'm reporting from an Awasa perspective. Gunmen suspected to be Fulani, before you talk about Radio Biafra and IPOB fomenting trouble, Fulani are killing our people. These are facts reported by Daily Post. The Fulani, they are dabbling in propaganda. We tell people not to listen to them because they're in propaganda. Rubbish. Nonsense. You are the ones killing people. You want to divert attention away. You are mistaken, because Radio Biafra is on every blessed day. You people are going to suffer. Gunmen suspected to be Fulani headsmen have gruesomely murdered an Igbo businessman identified as Chijioke Obodo alongside his wife in Katsina. Awasa Fulani. Have we killed any Awasa man? No. For the past 5 years, have we killed any Awasa man? The answer is no. Awasa Fulani, why are you killing Biafran people? Why are you killing Biafran people, I ask you? After killing our people, you pretend it's not you. You then want to convince the world with Yoruba duplicitous, backstabbing, conspiratorial media that IPOB, Radio Biafra could somehow be fomenting trouble when you are already dishing out trouble to people, killing our people every day. Why did Ojukwu declare Biafra? It's not because you are killing our people. You cannot even tell the truth. You people are immune to telling the truth. You are liars and children of darkness. Liars. They are killing our people. And they are telling us, I want to defend my people. You're telling me I cannot do it because it's one Nigeria. Thunder fire you and all your family in the area. Stupid people. Black, hopeless people. Let me tell you what Awasa Fulani Almajiri did to us. The world is listening. I want to let the world know the extent of the evil and wickedness of Awasa Fulani in the damnation called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Why it is a zoo. Why Ojukwu declared for Biafra. Why that place continues to fester. Why they continue to kill with impunity, because they know that nobody will sanction them. They know that they have a docile media, a very weak press that cannot speak the truth. Until Radio Biafra came and everybody is vibrating because we are speaking the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Adazin Nuku, a sleepy community in Oka, the state capital of Anambra State, is in pain. They were in pain then. They're still in pain till today. When information came to Anambra State last week that many people of Igbo extraction, Biafran people, residing in the northeastern town of Mubi in Adamawa, were killed by members of Boko Haram sect, the people that Buhari calls his brothers. Are you listening to me? This is Mubi massacre. Mubi massacre of non-indigenous, of Biafrans. The world, because I feel sorry for our people, you know. This happened before Radio Biafra came back. This happened in January 14, 2012. Radio Biafra started in April. So the world didn't know. But today we're telling the world. And also COC, please. You need to also include Mubi massacre in our list we are sending to all governments of the world. Mubi massacre. We are no longer going to write things to them. We are going to cut out the newspaper clippings, print the newspaper page and add as an appendix so they can see themselves. Mubi massacre. Mubi massacre. Who did they kill? Christians of Igbo extraction. They say, because if they say Biafra, the whole world, their antenna will go, everywhere, everybody will be at alert. That is why they don't use the word Biafra. If they use the word Biafra and killing, the world will say, okay, please let them go. They are Biafrans. You've killed them enough. That's why they call them Igbo. Niger Delta. Now you understand the reason why. We insist everybody must answer Biafra. If they kill you, the world will say Biafrans are being killed. That will set the alarm bells ringing. And the conscience of the world will be pricked. We know David Cameron doesn't have any conscience. He is not a man of honor. So we know that for sure. He won't be moved. They killed Igbo-speaking people from Biafra. Our Safran people killed them. The people of Adazinuku community never imagined that 13 of their indigenes were among those killed. Members of Boko Haram, which are Awasa Fulani people, nobody else. The same Nigerians claiming they are Nigerians but killing people. They have all the oil money. They have all the ministerial appointments. They have everything, but they're still killing people. And Britain cannot ask them, why is it that you are stealing all this money, yet your people are poor? They claim it's poverty that is causing it. But the people stealing much money than anybody else are Awasa Fulani men like El Rufai, Nasser El Rufai, like Babangida, like Buhari himself, like Atiku Abubakar. How about Abdul? Do you know that man, Abdul Salami Abubakar? Ask Abdul Salami Abubakar. How many, when Abacha died and they invited you and CIA invited you to come to Aso Rock to take over, how many vans did you call to come? Ask Atiku Abubakar this question, please. If you're close to him tonight, ask him. How many vans, pickup truck did you ask to come to Aso Rock? And be honest, you say you're a Muslim, you speak the truth. Be honest to the world. How many dollars did you cut away in how many vans? They will tell you. Because Abacha was talking cash dollars at Aso Rock. That money was whisked away by Abdul Salami Abubakar. He came into office a nondescript serviceman in the army, of course, with the usual procurement, contract, and fraud. Today, he is a billionaire in dollars. How did he get the money? I'm asking you. You can't say, can you? Ndoshi. Let's continue. Members of Boko Haram, which are Awasa Fulani people, nobody else. The people of Buhari, Alamajiri. Oh my goodness. They came and they sprayed bullets at people holding a meeting at Mubi. They said the meeting was convened by members of Adazinuku Town Union in Mubi to plan the burial ceremony of their member, Mr. Simeon Aso, killed earlier by the same Boko Haram with his friend in the town. You know, Adazinuku, they came together. Let us plan to take our brother home to bury him. Then Boko Haram came there and killed them. Boko Haram meaning Awasa Fulani people, not Boko. Their name is Awasa Fulani Arewa. They are the killers in the zoo. Mad, insane people. Let's continue. There are strong indications that the Senior Staff Association of the zoo universities may declare an indefinite strike as usual. I think they came back from one, 4 or 5 days ago. They're going on another one. Then after that, they graduate. And then the idiot to come on Facebook and be arguing. Okay, Naija school. Goodness me. They are planning to embark on indefinite strike over moves by the zoo government to exit salaries of university staff, primary schools from the payroll of the nation's tertiary institutions, because those of them at the helm of affairs, they want to, some universities, they have secondary schools and the primary schools attached to them, where the children of the staff go and all the rest of it. And now they want to remove that from the salary of the lecturers and the university staff. They are saying no, because the chancellor, the vice chancellor in charge, wants that money. They also want to lay their hands on it and eat it. Everybody's a rogue in the zoo. Anytime you see somebody say, I'm a Nigerian, he's a thief. If you put them in jail, you are doing the world a favor. If you round up, if one of the persons, I'm a Nigerian, put the person in prison, you're not mistaken. The person is a thief. He's a rogue. I have no hand in Boko Haram prisoners' relocation to Anambra, according to Obiano. Governor Obiano said yesterday that he has the transfer of prisoners is nothing to do with him. The governor, who spoke through his senior special advisor on political matters, Mr. Chinedu Obidigwe, said that the decision was taken during a seminar organized by officers and men of the Nigerian prison services, in which Ekulobia and Kuje prisons in Anambra and Abuja Capital Territory, respectively, were chosen as prisons for Boko Haram. But former Governor Peter Obi, in a swift reaction, expressed shock about Willie Obiano's claim, describing it as blatant lie. However, Obidigwe said that the transfer of Boko Haram suspects have been effected immediately, but for the 2015 general election on ground that it would affect the second-term ambition of Jonathan in the southeast. So they delayed it until the Alamajiri came. Alamajiri said, I want to move my people to Kulobia, and they are there now this evening, and it's a blame game. Obiano blames Peter Obi. Peter Obi blames Obiano. But I know who I believe. I believe Obiano. I don't believe Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a liar and a murderer. Peter Obi is a bad. He's a killer. Remember Masop? Look at useless Masop. Peter Obi killed them in 2006 at Naija. Shoot at sight. Remember? That Ojukwu cried and said to Obasanjo, if you don't withdraw this army, then something will happen. Or I think Ojukwu stopped talking to Peter Obi for a while and said to Peter Obi, ask Peter Obi now, did Ojukwu say that to you or not? Why are you killing your brothers? They are vagabonds on the streets. Yes, so Wazirike brought them out. Yes. But in Lagos, you have area boys. Tinubu was giving them money. They don't have any jobs to go to. That was why. Ask Peter Obi, was there any time Ojukwu chastised you for killing our people? Let me tell you one funny thing about Masop and Wazirike Fajuna. Do you know that after killing them, they still went back and voted for Peter Obi, campaigned for him? The bodies of the Masop members are still in mortuary till today. Are you listening to me? The bodies of those people are still in mortuary till today. Wazirike will go and be taking money from them. Wazirike finally took 40 million from Peter Obi. These things are things I know. For the election. He never said to Peter Obi, how about my members that you killed? Those I brought out that you killed. Never. Wazirike is not just a thief, but very callous. Ask Masop. Masop, we know. If not Masop, like Rochas, they know. They are. How come your members are still in mortuary that Peter Obi killed? This same Peter Obi was not happy with them. He came back and told SARS in Okozo to start slaughtering our people. Young men, 86 of them killed and dumped into a Zoo River. Where is the autopsy report? Very soon we'll go for that. We know what we're waiting for. Peter Obi got autopsy result. No. He must produce the autopsy result. Then you will see that your own children were killed by Peter Obi. You don't know what is happening, do you? We tell you, ask Peter Obi, did Ojukwu ever? No, ask Bianca. Ask her. Did His Excellency, please, at any time, to your knowledge, chastise Peter Obi for killing our people? Peter Obi told Awasa men, he brought Awasa people. He said he didn't want Igbo officers. He brought Awasa, shoot at sight. The same thing that Okorocha is doing today. They learned from Peter Obi. In fact, Atiku Denwa was the start of it. Shoot at sight. They shot people and they killed them. And today they have abandoned Biafra. Hana knows the hostel, now no hotel. You know, the hotel, not a freedom. Let's continue. I saw rock inter-agency fighting. We're not interested in that, of course. It's nothing. Pray for the U.S. as Islam is on the way, according to Catholic Church and everybody else. Pray. It appears there's an important bit of counterterrorism that may have landed into the wrong hands. The FBI is installing command centers around America to prepare for possible terror attacks for the coming 4th of July holiday weekend. It now appears that a map showing the locations are now in possession of ISIS. Maybe Obama leaked it to them. He must have given it to ISIS. Who knows? Fox News anchor Shepard Smith posted on his Twitter account, FBI tells Fox News it is building command centers around the U.S. to monitor terror threats over 4th of July holiday. In the meantime, Fox affiliate WTTG-TV in Washington said that police departments have been informed by the federal agencies nationwide that ISIS is now in possession, basically, of all the information. I don't believe that Americans can be saying, anyway, a black man is in power, maybe it's affecting them. It's infecting everybody else because, black people are naturally incompetent and they cannot run any public office very well. Perhaps it's affecting everybody. I speak the truth here. Is there any country in the world being ruled by a black person that is normal? Tell me a rich country in the world where a black person is the president. Zero. There is none. So shut up and listen. Asian people are taking over every business run by Africans in London. And Africans prefer to shop in Asian shops than in African shops. When I say blacks are stupid, people try to come to me and say, oh, why are you saying that? How many Asians go to your shops to go and buy something? I end my case. And that brings to an end the broadcast this very evening. Our lines are going to be opened up and you will be at personal liberty to contact Radio Biafra. I also believe very firmly that our Skype is on. I believe that our Skype is on. You are at liberty to call Radio Biafra. When you call us, we will, of course, take your call. We will take your call. We are live and we are direct. Our lines are now opened. There is no loss in transmission. We had to tidy up some aspects of our cabling, please. We are live and we are direct and people are calling us. Let us go and take their call, please. Please turn the system down where you are. That is the problem I have with you tonight, please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hear you, Director. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Give us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Pamela Igumba. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I'm one of the coordinators of IPOB.
Thank you. Did you go to crusade for Kumiyi? Did you hold on? Did you go to Kumiyi crusade?
No, I'm not a member of Kumiyi Church.
Very good. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
And I want to say something about that.
Go ahead.
I want to say something about that.
Go ahead.
What I want to say about Kumiyi is Kumiyi knows the Bible he reads and if he practices it, the Bible says that if you want to take the gospel to anybody or people and they reject you, you should leave them. You don't do it by force. You should leave them. So I think if you read the word of God, you should have known that you shouldn't force the gospel into people. You would just withdraw. So people say, we don't want you. That is the advice I want to give to you. Then, secondly, somebody called me from the Greek. He's from Ishekri. He's a militant. He asked me to tell you this. When he heard about the Indigenous and some other people, he was very annoyed. He said he is a militant. He is in the Greek now, and they are fully supporting that.
What is happening? Can you move about a bit? What is happening to your line? Hello? Hello? No. Hello? No. I cannot hear him. Can you hear me? Terrible. The line just went. The zoo itself. Nothing is working, isn't it? Nothing is working. The ordinary phone call is almost impossible to make. Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Very, very sad indeed. Try and call us back, please. Try and call us back. Let me go and take some other calls from some other lines and wish that they'll be able to come back. Let me see. I think he has come back to us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
The line just disappeared. Please go ahead.
I am. Okay. So the young man said that if you give him order, just tell him what to do with him and these other people, that he will do it. That he wants to work for IPOB. He said that he doesn't want his number to be aired. So I gave his number to give. I don't know whether he has given it to you.
When did you give it to her? When did you give it to her? When?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday, okay, yes. Go ahead, please, go ahead.
That number to her yesterday. So the man says he wants to have a contact with you, or how you will permit him or integrate him with IPOB. That is that. But I want to advise our people, those who claim they are born again, and the pastors. The word of God says, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 10. He says, when it is time to draw your sword for kill and you refuse to do it, that curse is on you. I said Jeremiah 14, 10. And also in the book of Judges chapter 5, verse 23, Bible says, curse be on Meroz, who did not rise to fight the Lord's battle. And the left Meroz, they curse bitterly. And this is the Lord's battle. Those who are claiming holier than thou, and there's some pastors who say they are shepherds. When you see that Boko Haram is coming against your sheep, and you are taking it lightly, and the Bible says that anybody, any shepherd that does not protect the sheep is a hireling. And I put it to you that these people who are African pastors are average hirelings. Most of them are hirelings. Because I cannot see the why somebody that is a Biafran and calls himself a pastor will not join in this battle. It's not for the purpose of protecting your church and the sheep you are milking, you are feeding from. And I see this as wickedness. There is no atom of holiness or righteousness in this. It is wickedness and ignorance and the calamity. So I want to tell our people, everybody in my church where I preach, I told them, anybody that does not register or be part of IPOB is fighting against God. And they will be a victim of anything.
You are correct.
Or when it's called for shedding blood. Are you not hearing me?
Of course I'm hearing you. I said go ahead, we are hearing you. Go ahead. Of course I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. When this struggle gets to a level of shedding blood, those people.
Yes, because his money had run out. His money had run out. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, and our lines are open, including the coordinator's line. Let me see if they're there. The caller on the coordinator's line, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chinyaka Godwin. I'm calling from Owerri in Imo State.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Director, I want to inform you with something.
Go ahead.
We are suffering here too much. And we are not getting Radio Biafra here in Owerri. It's not talking. And if you are not getting it, it's like our things is going down. Please, we need the radio station
Do you know that I am disappointed with Owerri? Do you know Owerri is not as strong as I expect it to be? I don't know what Rochas is doing to you people at Owerri. Owerri is so weak. So weak. There are no men in Owerri or what? I don't understand this.
I want to tell you something. Sir, I don't want you to understand Owerri as others Owerri. What we are passing is too much. And I want you to see that. And the Ifajela is here. Even the assistant of Ifajela, the deputy, is here too. So all of them are fighting for us. We are not weak. Sir, we cannot disappoint you. We cannot disappoint you. Please, we are with you.
I hope so.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you very well. Yes, I said I hope so.
I want to complain something for you. Before I complain, I want to greet all the IPOB all over the world. I greet you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, some of you. I want to greet you, Director. All many people, thousands of people is answering chairman. All of their chairman is said, Director, you're going to be chairman. You are too much, Director. I want to greet your deputy, Uchemefo. I thank you. I greet you, the barrister, wherever you are. I say, may the Chuku Kikabiyama guide you and bless you.
You sir?
I want to greet you, Mr. Mazi Nnnamdi. I greet you. May the Chuku Kikabiyama guide you. Mazi Kenda Wanoleni. I greet you. I greet you, my lovely sister. My lovely sister, Gift Aramefile, I greet you. So, Director, for here now, let's see what they are giving over here yesterday. I can't expect that in my life. What happened here yesterday? Let's see join together with SSS, together with civil defense, with arms, block roads, holding everybody, including KK, I see Google to everything. Director, they are holding hands for over here now, everybody going with hands. Vigilante of vigilante, street vigilante. They are working with hands. Human security network, they are working with hands. Safety with hands. Civil defense hands. I want to ask Igbo people, Britain people, I want to ask them American people, is it how it is in their land? Everybody here, and if you talk, they report hand gone for you. Hey, stop, do this, do that. Director, yesterday, they use us as the office. Yesterday, they pack all of our campaign because I here is a weakness. Because I am the one of the KK member in a way here. They hold me, they back us. There is a place called GTC in a way, just government technical school. They back us there. And then there is a man they present as a director. But I try to get the name of the man, no way. They present the man, they put one woman as a chief judge. After everything, they will judge you do like this. They are here collecting 10,000 each people. What do we do?
Now listen. Don't talk too much. Now listen very carefully. I want the name of the judge who presided over the case. I want to know the name of the commander or commandant of road safety. Everybody involved in this nonsense, I want you to call the inquiry line and provide the names of these people. I want to know the judge collecting 10,000 naira for Grochas Okorocha. People went and voted for them. I want them not to vote for these bastards. And they did.
Director, one safety man tell me that the government of Imo State, they are aware of what they are doing because he has share under what they are doing. Hello, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead and say what you're saying. I'm listening. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
There is something will happen there. I want to let you know. One student, because there is a side school, one student is there. Somebody took a food and ran away. So that student is shouting, break, Tifo. So people run and pursue that guy and catch that guy and collect the food from the guy and give that student. So then say that student, check whether your food is okay. The guy open say he cannot even see his memory card again. Okay, then start beating the boy. Yeah, bring your memory card. Bring the memory card. So the guy starts putting hand on their bag. Say the memory card. They don't know where he putting it again. So as the guy is searching his bag, one of the students run and go and call SSS people with the civil defense. So the guy catch them on their way coming with arms. The guy run away. Now those people come now. Carry all those people. We catch the criminal. Carry them. Use their clothes. Tie them. Now the student is there shouting, "Officer, leave these people. These people is not a criminal. It's not the people who collected my food. It's the people who helped me and catch the person who took my food. Leave them." They walk the boy away from there. Use the resources vehicle and load these people inside and take them to CID. Yesterday, I cry. Director, help me. Director, we are dying in the world here. Please.
Get me the name of the road. Is it civil defense or civil safety? I don't know what the name is. I want the name of the person and the name of the judge, and also who is managing Federal Road Safety. This thing is happening in Owerri because Owerri is weak. Owerri is very, very weak. Very, very weak. This type of nonsense cannot happen in Aba. To round up people, tell them to pack another. Everyone will be set ablaze. They can't try that nonsense in Aba. It's because Owerri is weak.
And you know that this one go to radio media and make an announcement that if they see anybody who is in IPO community, they should get that person arrested. Are you know?
Who said that? Who said that?
You need to outline this one.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, because we are weak in Owerri. If we descend upon Owerri, we are going to hold IPOB, the entire Biafra land meeting in Owerri. There's nothing they can do. If they come, anything they want, we'll show them. Anything, Okorocha will die in Owerri. He's a madman. Okorocha, all of you in Owerri are weak. I'm sorry to say this. Very, very weak. I'm disappointed with Owerri. Very, very disappointed. Because there is no vigor. There is no life there. I warned them, don't vote for this vagabond. They voted for him. They voted for this idiot. That today, look at the nonsense it's causing our people. We are going to restore Owerri. We are going to restore our station at Owerri. Believe you me, Okorocha is in a mess. We are going to checkmate that recalcitrant faggot from Hausa land. We will checkmate him every place he goes to. Get me the names of these people. I told you now. The judge who presided over the case, he will refund all the money. The judge will refund all the penny he collected from KK people at Owerri. They will refund it. Get me their names as quickly as possible. Get it for me. Thank you very much. Owerri is weak. Very, very weak and disgraceful. I never knew that Owerri could be such a weak link in Biafra. I thought Owerri was stupid. I don't know Owerri is worse. Owerri is weak. Very, very weak. And I don't like it. I just don't like it. Owerri is too weak. Very, very disgraceful and shameful at that. This is Radio Biafra. We must go to the line and see who is there. Thank you very much for calling all the same. One of our coordinators in Owerri, but Owerri is too weak. That is where Okorocha can do what he's doing. We are going to checkmate Okorocha. Checkmating him immediately. This level of criminality must come to an end. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? They cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. I wish they can call us back. If they wish to speak, they should try and call us back. We are live and we are direct. I'm trying to see if at all our Skype can work, but I doubt it very much. Too many calls coming in. I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, my name is Cody from Aba.
What is your name again? I will ask you. What is your full name?
Okay. My name is Esemach Cody from Aba.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Sir, I commend you for your good work, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You are doing a wonderful job, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, what I want to comment on what the guy that spoke now, what he has said. Sir, what I'm seeing in this Biafra that you are saying, you are talking about, it's not how some people that are ruling us here. When you come to Abia State, it's very dirty. There's no road. So we are suffering a lot. Okay, just like the guy said, what a dear. It's not Hausa man that is reading us. It's the same our brother, the same flesh, the same Biafra. So, sir, that's what I want to say, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. It's very sad indeed that I want them in the first place. This man is Okoro. He's a very poor man. Oh, Diego. He one time was renting an aircraft saying he has a private jet. Daft people, they believed him. He's a rent boy to Awasa. Awasa men sleep with him and give him money. Okorocha is a rent boy to Awasa people. Men sleep with him. There are about 4 of them in Igbo land. Ask them if if he says no, I will tell him the hotel and who his boyfriend is from Awasa land. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the coordinator's line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Good evening, my director.
Good evening to you.
My name is Ugochu Wama. I am calling from Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
My director, I want to thank you for the good work that you've been doing for us, we Biafrans all over the world. Director, I thank you personally for the lectures that you have been giving to me. I am telling you before God and man, since I started listening to Radio Biafra, I have had a lot of knowledge, wisdom that I was not able to get before throughout my school days and all that. Director, I must say thank you for that. Director, this evening I want to use this opportunity to announce our upcoming meeting on Sunday, being the 15th of this month, next tomorrow. All the IPOB women in Aba, we have our meeting on Sunday, next tomorrow. The old members, we invite you to come to the meeting, and the new members, you are also invited. And this is the number to call for those that are coming newly. 090-908-33000. 090-908-33000. My director, I thank you, and God bless you, and bless all the IPOB members all over. Director, thank you very much, and my younger sister here said he wants to speak to you. Please.
That's okay.
Sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, my dear sister.
Sir, thank you very much for what you have been doing for us, we Biafran. I'm happy to hear your voice, and I'm happy to have this Biafra that is coming, and I will be glad that God will give us the victory to win this Biafra. It must surely come to pass. And as you are giving us all this knowledge, no eyes of the evil one shall see you. Whosoever that will try to put hand in what God has done, that person shall surely be condemned in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
Thank you very much, my director.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
And you too.
Bye-bye,
and you too.
sir.
Thank you very much. We are live and we are direct, and the terrorist himself and pedophile, Kataka child rapist Buhari, he has spoken. He has not mentioned IPOB. I want him to, and he will eventually. They are coming very close to it. We are destroying the zoo. We are going to, next week, the head of Directorate of State, MAZI NNAMDI, the COC engineer, I want a program of action in Imo State against Okorocha, targeting Okorocha's family, his investments, everything about Okorocha next week in Abia. We must focus all our energies on this very man. That man is centerpiece of every satanic undertaking in our land. We must destroy Okorocha completely and totally, with truth, of course. Ebeni no moyano. Everything about this man, since he has the temerity to go on radio in Owerri to mention IPOB. Oh my goodness, I got that was a come Okorocha, my goodness me. We must go after him. I said I want a program of daily action from next week, Monday. Okorocha, everything, every shady deal, every investment, everything about that man. Confidential to the whole world. Come on, next time he will not mention IPOB. We are not leaving anybody scot-free. If you tamper with IPOB, family will destroy you. Awasa cannot save you. Awasa Fulani can't save you. Just that Owerri is weak. I'm telling you. They can't try such nonsense in Aba. Abo wani no oko. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? On the coordinator's line, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Director. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Ike Kwoko. I do things from Anambra State. I am the state coordinator of IPOB in Anambra.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I thank you for your work. Your news analysis this evening was very, very educating and enlightening. I thank you, and I say may people continually strengthening you.
He said, and you're doing very well as well in Anambra, I must say. You are doing very, very well. Anambra is very, very powerful. Thank you very much. Go ahead. We are listening.
All right. Thank you, Derek. I want to make an announcement because in Anambra, we are growing, and due to the large number of people that are attending meeting in fall, I have decided to create more zones around that area so that people will have easy access to a family gathering near them. A meeting will be held in Omoba tomorrow, Omoba XP tomorrow at 4 p.m. And I am calling on all of those Biafrans who are living in Omoba, Phase 1 and Phase 2, those living at Waterworks, Odumo Busi, Mpo United, and Ekwasumpo in Mpo, Akuzo also in Mpo. I am calling on all of you to attend this meeting that will be held tomorrow at 5 p.m. because we have learned that people are complaining of the distance that are always traveling from their residence to the meeting venue at Mpo. So I believe that with the creation of these zones, that the distance will be lightened. And also, I want to make announcement about the Central Assembly meeting of all IPOB coordinators in Anambra State that will be held on Sunday at Oka at 2 p.m. I am using this medium to inform all zonal coordinators and state executives to remember that on Sunday, Central Assembly meeting will be held in Oka. Also, Director, I want to make an announcement of Nnewi meeting. Nnewi zone will be having their meeting on Sunday. It is an exception because every first week of every month, I don't allow any zone to hold. You who are residing in Osumeni, Ozubla, I don't know why Ozubla people are falling back. I have tried so many times to raise Ozubla, but they are falling back. I am calling on all of you to come out and join this movement. Those in Ichi, all of you Biafrans living in Ichi, Uruagu, and Orifite, come out and join this family. Those the Biafrans living in Akuku, I am encouraging you to come out. I visited you last Thursday, and your number is quite encouraging. But let me use this medium to give you more encouragement. I'm talking to those few living in Akuku, Oba, Umoji, and Uke. I'm calling on all of you to come out, even those in the north and in Nobi. It is a pity that Biafrans living in Ojoto do not want to respond to our evangelism, but I pray that Chukwu Adiyama will touch your heart that you may come out. Nobi, Nokwa, Oketiti, Nerewi, Orifite, Ozobolo, Akuku, Oba, Umoji. Come out and join this movement. And Director,
yes, please.
About the news analysis, I want to say something because you see, when you started to touch about this religion, Christianity, there is a redeemed pastor here at Obosi, around the Obosi side. He threatened to chase out some of our RPOB members that are living in his house because they stopped attending his church. He told him that they will no longer attend any church that is under a Yoruba man, and the man has asked them to leave. Though I asked the man to get the phone number and the name of the pastor so that I will visit him myself and then talk to him, because he's an Igbo man. That is the problem we are having. We Igbo people we think that we are wise. The problem that Biafra is having today is Igbo people, not other Biafrans, because I have mingled with Igbo people and I have seen how they reason. They don't reason like human beings. If you should board any of the public transports, you listen to the way they talk, you see that these are not people that can be liberated in time. If you get Biafra, we'll have a tough time at liberating the minds of an average man and woman, most especially those of them that are driving buses and the ones selling foodstuffs in the market. They don't reason fine. Imagine this protest that was carried out by main market, all traders in Anambra State. Do you know that some of them are against it? Some were saying that they were foolish. They closed up their shop for the whole day. And after the protest, they did not eat in their house. That they should have opened their shop. That even after the protest, what happened? That they still brought back the Boko Haram. And I was in the bus. I turned back and I told the man that you are very foolish. Do you know the impression that protest alone will have on the decisions that...
hold on a second. Let me address this issue, please. Stay where you are, very, very briefly.
Okay.
This is exactly what I say about Igbo people. Everything I mentioned it before, the brain of buying and selling. Now, what you are encountering is the classic disease of mercantilism, buying and selling. People have so much sold consumer goods that their brain has been consumed by stupidity. They think they are smart. So do you know the impact of one protest made in the whole world? Because gain. So as they went to that protest, there is no gain, there is no loss. That is how we think. And that is why we are not as intelligent as we claim we are. Everything is calculated in terms of monetary gain or loss because of buying and selling. Our people, please go ahead. Can you hear me?
For those of you, for the meeting that will be held at Amomba, please call this number 081 470 15596. If you want to attend the meeting that will be held in Amomba, call this number 081 470 15596. All right, thank you, Director.
Thank you, Maria Bra. Thank you very much. Continue the work that you're doing. Every community, every kindred must have an IPOB meeting with numbers. That is why Okorocha has a foothold. Look at Abia. Nobody, nothing is. Look at Enugu is too powerful. Where is it Delta? Everywhere is Iguacha. Iguacha is awesome. But I'm disappointed in Owerri. Kai. Say yeah. Owerri mega madharo. Owerri is a shame, Owerri. It's a very big shame, Owerri. I'm disappointed. Let us continue to go and take the call from the phone. The call from the phone, please, very, very important. You know, they say to our people, anyway, let's finish this call first of all. Yes, please, your name and where you are.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is that Radio Biafra?
A very stupid question to ask if you ask me. Is that Radio Biafra? So who are you calling in the first place? That means you're not listening. It means you're a baboon. You're not listening. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ugochukwu Njoko.
Yes, Ugochukwu.
From Naija Center, Ugochukwu declared Biafra war.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
The seven God and deal with you.
You say?
Director, nothing will stop Biafra from coming to materialize.
You say?
Any plan for the enemy to stop Biafra, he can never succeed.
You say?
Biafra, may Chukwu give you long life and prosperity to make Biafra to come to reality.
You say?
Any plans from Rogers and his people, they must surely fail, and Biafra must surely come to stand. We are in our foreign land, like the Egyptian land. When God told Moses and Pharaoh to leave Moses to go, they refused. When God anger descended on Pharaoh, they all witnessed calamity. And Moses and his people marched into the serious land. So shall it happen to the children of Biafra.
You say?
May God grant them and give you long life and prosperity to lead us into this land. We all grateful and happy with you. You will never fail. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
He say, this is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Okike Abiamanoni Igwe Kekele was presiding over the proceedings of man on earth. We are very, very serious about Biafra, and some Igbo men, Igbo speaking men, who are Awasa boy men. You are in for one almighty battle, which you are going to lose in the end. Our approach, I will tell you, because we don't hide it. We will disgrace you before the world, that you be worth nothing, so that when we kill you, nobody will ask after you. A very simple process and approach. If you know Okorachagan, warn him very, very well. Warn him. Warn him. He doesn't know what is to come. He has no idea. I tell you what I'm going to do in advance. And after Ifeanyi Ojukwu must have finished speaking, then I will go and read what Buhari is saying to know that your tweeting is shaking the whole world. To let you know we are winning this battle. The caller on the phone, Ifeanyi Ojukwu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my teacher.
Thank you very much. The world is listening. Good evening to you. Please go ahead.
My brother, I want us to understand something about the Igbo-speaking Biafrans. I believe that some Igbos are stupid, and some Igbos are very, very stupid. We are looking forward to see our future. We have been blaming others, but this time around, what I'm trying to say right now, you said that you don't want to cheer the blood of a Biafran man. This time, I think the music can be changed. This time, the music can be changed. I'm telling you, if you leave these stupid people, this time is time, you say, I have you say that even your wife, even your children cannot stop you to get Biafra. Nobody can stop us to get Biafra. Even anybody at all. Listen, Hausas are using these people. The Hausas know that they cannot come to us face to face. They want to cause confusion so that they will go to the world and they tell the world, see, they are fighting within themselves. Listen, it's not that I am sorry to say this. It's not that Owerri that are weak. They are not weak. But what they are waiting is your own instruction. They are waiting for your instruction. And I think you cannot give open instruction like that. My teacher, I want to tell you, this is a time. Those in authority, the intelligent officers will use their number 6. Because if any man is found to be on the way to hinder us to get Biafran, that man must enter 6 feet. That man must get down to 6 feet. Anybody at all. Listen, it is time that we are going to think wisely over our people. They are going to use, listen, they are going to use Owerri and Anambra. They are going to use Owerri and Anambra to bring confusion, but they cannot succeed. Listen, we are going to use number 6 to deal with them. Any man that is mentioned, whether secretly or openly, that is rising in order to bring confusion so that Hausa people will go to the war and say that we are fighting within ourselves. No. This time around, I'm telling you, the intelligent officers must understand what I'm trying to say. We are going to get back and reason before we march forward. Because this time around, it is not what we are going to rush to them. And then they will carry army, they will bring army, they will bring this and begin to fight, and we begin to fight inside a place. No. We can never enter into their trap. This is a trap, my teacher. This is a big trap. We can never accept that. But we will watch insidely. In fact, I know Chukwa Piama is in you. Chukwa Piama will give you anything you need in your spiritual expectation, in your physical way. You are capable. You are equal to the task. And I know that. So what I'm trying to tell you, I've been searching Google and I found a man called Nostradamus. Do you know that Nostradamus speak about you? That man speak about you. He said, when the world will be organized and be in the map, he said, a country will rise. He said, from that map, resemble trigger, a man will rise from there. And when that man rise, some people will rise up to stop him, but they could not, they will never succeed. I said, that a man will become a priest, that a man will rise from a noble family. And when that man rises from a noble family, that man will rise up, and that man will conquer. This man is speaking about you, and I believe that. This prophecy, it was about 100 years, some 100 years before you come, and I believe that. So what I'm trying to say, God gave you the spirit of commanding power. God give you what you need to march forward. God is by your side. Chukwa Biama is by your side. The covenant you make in Israel is still booming. That covenant will never fail until Biafra come to pass. No man can be on your way. No man can stand on your way. What I'm trying to tell you now, look at Anambra, look at Owerri. People are going to rise up from there. Look at that Okolocha want to lose what his parents. Okolocha want to lose every man by his side. Okolocha want to die. Okolocha want his village, those who stand by him, to perish. And if it's what he wants, we give it to him. As I'm standing here, I am not afraid of death. As I'm standing here, I am not afraid of death. I am not afraid. I don't have anything. I told you, my father is only a man, a single man in the family. He chose to go to the war and he never returned. He got only me as a man and as a woman, and the same spirit is in me. And I must stand to finish what my father did not finish. And I'm telling you now, you know the strategy to use. Do not worry about these people. Just get down and think and make the mathematics. You get the answer. So don't worry about them. This is the only thing I want to tell you this night. I don't want to talk too much. I thank God for all the people. People have been calling me since that time. In fact, the Biafran, they are lovely people. They say, brother, why are you crying? I'm not crying because I'm weak. I'm not weak. I am crying because of my people. I was crying because of my people, because of the lack of understanding. They fail to understand what is about to come. That's why I was crying. It is because of that. Because I know indeed that this Biafra, you are the only man that will get Biafra. The world is afraid. Even the zoo. I heard them when I was listening to the radio today. They were debating, say, this pirate, these people, they are speaking in secret, this and that, they will stop them, stop that. They're afraid. They use that in order to comfort themselves. They cannot be able to do that. So my teacher, the only thing I'm telling you, you just bend down and ask Chukwu Abiyama what to do next. And Chukwu Abiyama will speak to you. Any man who is trying to stand on the way of Biafra must get down 6 feet. Anybody, any man who may be. It is not, we are not going to gather, my teacher. We are not going to gather just to make war. Secretly, they will die. They will die. Secretly. So, my teacher, I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my teacher.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. Of course, you're absolutely right. Let me tell you something that somebody told me many years ago. Something happened. I don't know if it's 10 person or whatever. Something happened and they always send me a text message. He said, why are you disturbing yourself over Owazurike? Make sure you will not have a hand in his death. Make sure you don't kill anybody, because that is the exclusive preserve of Chukwu Abiyama. He will disgrace the enemies of Biafra before you. You will see them fall before they will die. Don't touch them. He said, and goes to the heart of what our brother just said. But we must take your calls all the same. And of course, I've been praying, and I have very clear guidance and guideline on how to do things. And that's exactly what we are doing. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good evening, Director.
Good evening to you.
This is Chinemere John, the National Coordinator of Indigenous People of Biafra, Gabon.
In Gabon, Chinemere John. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Director, for all your effort.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, I will be traveling to Libreville, the capital. There will be inaugurating our zone there at the capital. So I'm inviting the new members. We have some members. I'm inviting also the new members that would like to assist us at Promo Gabon, SFO, Libreville, behind Garotier. The numbers to call for those who would like to come is 03 09 1272 03 09 1272 or 07 35 51 12 or my number 07 50 40 03 07 50 40 03. Thank you, Director.
Thank you, my dear brother. Chinamam, you are doing very well in Gabon. I am telling you, you are doing very, very well in Gabon. I am impressed with your work. May Chukwu Abiyama be with all of you in Gabon. Thank you very much. I have this news to read, sent to me by my news hound, of course. Okay. I must read it. To tell you that they are afraid of us. And that is why Okora Wasa, Atura Wasa Woki Biane Dina. That is why he should go to America and marry one of his Awasa men. Obama will welcome them. We can marry them at the lawn of the White House. We are going to destroy Okora Wasa with the truth. Next week, complete and utter destruction, dismemberment of Okora Wasa. He will regret it. I want Owerri walking ASAP. The caller on the coordinator's line, can you hear me? The world is listening and we are Radio Biafra.
Good evening, Director.
Good evening to you.
My name is Chukunebu Nwazelonwa Abok Abraham. I'm calling from Valencia.
From Valencia? Yes, go ahead.
I heard from Kumuzekwe in Alimo State, Biafran land. I want to use this opportunity to announce our meeting that's coming tomorrow here in Valencia. By 6 o'clock tomorrow. And number to call is 632068-503. I repeat, 632068-503. I want to use this opportunity to let my people here, Valencians in Valencia, Biafrans in Valencia, to know one thing. If they're not ashamed that every day the whole world will hear that Valencia is not functioning well, has not paid their monthly dues, are not preparing to get Biafra so that Biafra will look like our villages will look like here in abroad. If they're not ashamed, I'm ashamed. I'll not start saying how I've tried to make them understand, but I believe from this minute, whoever is hearing me, let him tell every other person. It should be as if we're not trying here. We are saying, I don't know what they are thinking about. They should stop looking at somebody else. Therefore, it's your own. If you start looking at somebody else, the old coordinator or the new coordinator or the secretary or somebody else. These are
Igbo characteristics. That is why I said there is nowhere in the world, there is no organization, no one in anywhere on earth with Igbo in it. IGBO hina grand comma. There is none. Only those who believe in Biafra and answer Biafra are making any headway or progress. Valencia as if they don't have any bread in their skull. There was an idiot there that said he came to England to come and visit our studio. And I've been making a studio Radio Biafra. Who are you that you're coming to see Radio Biafra? Are you drunk? Can't you listen? Thomas mad people. There are no men in Valencia, I must tell you. I'm disappointed with them. Thank you very much for calling. Almost they will come together. Almost Biafra will come. When they come to Biafra land, they will pay everything 10 times over. That's my promise to all of them. Sometimes that is what keeps me going. I want to hear that they stopped an Igbo man who went sense in airport. Why won't you let me in? I'm from here. I say, or you go back to where you're coming from. Then anyone was sense in the Igbo. Thank you very much, my dear brother. If they like, they can come. If they like, they don't. It's their business. Biafra is waxing strong. We are moving ahead. There seems to me to be something wrong with most of them in Spain. Sense. I don't know what is wrong with them. Obere sense and then when he's not. Manchoncho sense and then awanya. Village sense. In an ebendiozo. You have light, you have running water, you have tram. You can afford to own a car. You go to work. You're enjoying life because you're a black idiot. Until your village is like where you're living, you are a complete fool. You don't know why we do what we do? We want our villages to be as nice as where we are living abroad. So they say, let's take this call, please. I have a caller on the phone. Your name and where you are, please. Your name and where you are. Not speaking. They have run away. They call with no ID and then they run. For the they have nightmares. Let me read from one Yoruba man. They are panicking, aren't they? The terrorist and the pedophile. Buhari is a terrorist because he's a supporter of Boko Haram by his own mouth. He's also a pedophile by virtue of the rape he committed on a 9-year-old girl as a 45-year-old man. The terrorist and pedophile Muhammadu Buhari on Friday, which is today, cautioned the zoo army against ethnicity and religious intolerance. Ethnicity. They don't want to say Radio Biafran IPOB. So they couch it ethnicity and intolerance. Please, Buhari, who are the ones that army are supplying everything to kill other people? Is it not your own people? Our Fulani army officers in the zoo? Who are the ones excluding other non-Awasa people from meetings? You sent to Shibanjo. Let me continue the news anyway. He said, in the current war against Boko Haram, they should guard against ethnicity and religious intolerance. That they have recently increased the ongoing tempo of attacks on Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe states. These are the 3 states that told Goodluck Jonathan, you can suspend the election because of these 3 states, because they're under Boko Haram control. He said, no, America put pressure on Jonathan. Jonathan was order. Imbecile. The terrorists also noted that ethnicity and religious intolerance were the real threats to security, especially against the sect, cautioned the military against those negative factors. Always remember that ethnicity and religious intolerance are the greatest threats to our collective security as a people and as a nation. The zoo is not a nation, and I will tell you why in a short while. I urge all to guard against these negative sentiments in the discharge of your noble duties, Buhari said in his address as the special guest of honor at the graduation of 174 military officers of Senior Course 37 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, near Kaduna on Friday, which is today. Let's continue. They have staff college. It's like a zoo university. You have all these these glorified secondary schools that come out, no jobs. You say you've been to university. What can you do? I cannot do anything. Because whilst I was there as a girl, I was a prostitute, and as a boy, I was in the cult. They can't do anything in real life. They go to Jaji, their so-called command school. Do you know what they know? They teach them there. How to set up a checkpoint. How to search a bus carrying people, passengers traveling. How to stop women going on trading to go and buy crayfish and the fish at Akwa Ibom. That's their job. And how to shoot people who are unarmed. These are their strategies at Jaji. When you see a zoo army officer, they say he's a general. Ask him, please, what is your strategy for dealing with, say, an outbreak of war? He will say, first of all, you go and get a drum and fill it with sand. You set up a checkpoint. Oh, God. That's why their life is checkpoint. Everything is checkpoint. Please park well, clear. What do you have in the boot? I have something because I'm traveling. I'm a human being. I have to travel. Okay, open the boot, then let's see. Are you then saying I shouldn't be traveling with anything in the boot? No, I'm saying open it. You come and you open it. Okay, open the box. Okay, is that all you have in it? But he's looking at the box, so he's asking you, is that all you have in the box? Black, this UG, black people. Let's continue our work. He said to them, represented by the vice president of the zoo, the rather wretched looking Yemi Oshibajo, who doesn't talk. The terrorists also reminded the military to be mindful of the listen. I want to tell you where they mentioned you people in their panic-stricken state of mind. Represented by the very wretched-looking Yemi Oshibajo, the Yoruba man, the sidekick of the terrorist. He also reminded the military to be mindful of the distracting and diversionary nature of today's highly sensitive media environment. Coded language for, I hope you are not all listening to Radio Biafra. Don't become distracted or divert your attention because of what they are saying. The fear of Radio Biafra is the beginning of wisdom. I have told all of those people, do you know that in America they carried out a revolution? Do you know why America is the greatest country in the world today? No more greatest anywhere. I think Russia is overtaking them now, and China. It's because they kicked out the British in 1776. They looked at some of them are British, They said, British, we don't like the way you do things. Off you go. Do you know they fought a war? No, you don't know this. They won't tell you that in the zoo. A war is not good. It's not. Of course, we know. But sometimes you need to fight a war to defend your honor. People go to war for honor and integrity, which unfortunately black people do not have. Oh, have you seen the war? People were starving. And so what? Israel fought a war in 1946, 47, 48, 49. They fought a war in 1967. They fought one in 1972. They're fighting one till tomorrow morning. And so what? I ask you. They are cowards to the core. That was why only 5,000 men ravaged the whole of Africa. Today, that's why you're a baboon and you're a monkey. Slaves. We are live and direct. They are talking about Radio Biafra. They said the distracting and diversionary nature of today's highly sensitive media environment. Some of you will be deployed in crisis-prone areas for either internal security. How can you deploy army in their own country to do internal security work? It doesn't make sense. The essence of an army is to fight external enemies. So the reason why you went to Commander College in Jaji, Commander Strategic College, is to come and set up a checkpoint and be searching people. That's how you're a general. You are a general just to be searching people, which is what Nigerian army does. To be searching civilians on the road. You went to war with Cameroon for Bakassi. Did you win? No. You ran away. Is that not correct? You went to Ecomog in Liberia. You were selling your shoes to be able to feed. Is that not correct? Where have you fought a war and won before? In the Biafran war, we were suffering from air, land, and sea blockade. We were suffering from British, I don't know what to call it. We are suffering under the burden of British wickedness, British evil. Without Britain, you couldn't have won the war. Please, Nigeria, can you show me, you're the giant of Africa, so you claim. Can you show me one piece of theater you've been to before to fight a war and you won? Oh yes, there is one. Surprise, surprise. That very mission was led by a Biafran. It's not Johnson Omonakwe Aguironsi. Is that not correct? That was why the white man gave him a general. General, the first general. If not in the whole of Africa. Is that not correct? Was a Biafran. Even them for that matter. Johnson. The only time that the zoo, if at all, anywhere then you were not independent, so you couldn't have been. Battlefield general, not garbage. It's the turn of people of a Gombe. Let's get a general from Gombe. Okay, who went to standard 6? Okay, here I am. Can you spell your name? Yes, you are now a general. And you become a general in the zoo. Ask him to go to war. He will tell you no. He wants to do procurement somewhere at a defense house in Abuja and Dioshi. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Give us your name and where you're calling us from. The world is listening.
Oh, okay. My name is Juliet John. I'm calling from Anambra State.
What is your proper name? Forget Juliet. What is your other name apart from Juliet? What is your other name apart from Juliet?
Okay, my name Chiwendu. You can call me Chiwendu.
Not I can call you. That is your name.
Yeah, it's my name, Chiwendu.
What is the meaning of Chiwendu? I know what it means. It's Chiwendu. That Chukwokika Biama owns our life and can give it to us. Can you tell us the meaning of Juliet, please? Out of curiosity. Do you know the meaning of Juliet?
Hello.
Do you know the meaning of Juliet?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Exactly. That is the whole intention. You can call me Chiwendu. Your name is Juliet, but you can call me Chiwendu. Chiwendu is your name. Juliet is somebody born in July, isn't it? Huh? Juliet, is that not correct? Call me Juliet. Eventually, you will learn. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Yeah. I'm Joshua.
And where are you calling from?
From Imo State.
This one is not serious, is he? Maybe he's looking at and thinking Okorocha is coming with road safety. He's not sure of what he's saying from Imo State. Imo State. Our horse, okay. I'm be sick easy. You say I'm from Imo State. Oh dear me. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Give us your name and where you are, please.
My name is Catherine Omuzurike.
Thank you very much.
I'm calling from Iguacha.
Iguacha, thank you. Please go ahead.
The Lord be with you, sir.
And also with you.
The Lord will guide you and protect you.
You say?
He will keep you and preserve you.
You say?
The eyes of the enemies will never see you.
You say?
I want to thank God. And I want to thank you especially for what you are doing. I also want to thank all the principal officers of IPOB worldwide. There is a revelation I had on the 1st of this month that I want to share with you. On the 1st of this month, at about 3 a.m., I had a revelation and I heard a voice saying, listen to the mystery of the 20 pounds that the Yoruba man gave to the Biafrans. As if I was half asleep, half awake, and then I heard the voice clear said that 20 pounds should not be a pain to the Biafrans. That it is a mystery of when he said to the children of Israel that they will go, but they will not go empty. That the worst mistake the Yoruba made was to give the Biafrans 20 pounds. That by that 20 pounds, that they can never be stranded. That anywhere they enter, they will succeed. And he said with that 20 pounds, they left. They didn't go empty-handed. The children of Israel left Egypt. They didn't go empty-handed. They lay hands on whatever that was available and they left. And they crossed the sea. And when they crossed the sea, that 20 pounds became a trap to the children of darkness, that they still followed the children of Israel and they got drowned. That the same thing is what is about to happen to the zoo. That they will follow the Biafrans because of that mystery, and then they will still fall into the trap. And then they will be buried and they will be totally destroyed. And he said, while they were going, he said they went, and those of them that were stable, those of them that were focused, were able to enter into the promised land, because some people stood and said, we will make it. And they were able to carry along the younger ones and were able to move on with them. And in that revelation, I said that you should not be distracted. That some of the people you are calling to come out will not come. And then while you are going, you should be focused. Those that want to be drowned alongside with the Egyptians will be drowned. And those that are focused that want to enter into the promised land will go with you. That he has made everything that you need, everything that you want available. And it will not be long from now. Those things, the few things you are looking for will enter into your hands. And then suddenly he sees, and I was overwhelmed with joy. So I want to tell you, sir, we are so many. Them that are for us are more than they that are against us. And with these ones that are for us, we will succeed. You don't need a crowd. You need competent people. You need those that are focused. You need those that knows what it means to answer Biafran. And one thing I've come to know is that what the zoo is doing is to see how they can shape the Biafran, to see if that fear of the 1967 to 70 is still there. But they come to understand that the fear is no longer there. And so they are trembling. I tell you something, sir. Even the people they think that will support them are now looking at them from the other side. Are these people really the people we thought they were? These people are actually wolves in sheep clothing. So, sir, be strong. We will make it. We will succeed. It doesn't matter how. Come to know. Songwriter said, "You may not know how, you may not know when, but He will do it." And so I've come to know and understand that God will do it. All we need to do is those that are focused, that want to follow you, carry them along. The ones that want to be drowned, by the time they begin to drink water and start calling you, you may not be able to turn, because they want to treat you the way they did to Moses, and out of anger he did something stupid. And I know that you will not do it. He has given you the mandate, like I said before. You only know the mandate. You have everything in you. You have the set time. When you say move, we will follow you. All we are doing now is just to listen to your instructions and then do as you are commanding. So, sir, please be strong, be focused. We are children of God. We are following you. We are praying for you. You will not fail. You will not fall. Any arrow that the enemy will point towards you will suddenly go back to them. Every man whosoever, as a man, as a woman, any demonic priest that will stand to make any incantation against you, as they open their mouth, the earth will open and swallow them. The Lord will keep you. The Lord will preserve you. Shame will never befall you. The men that are for you will follow you. You will not be disgraced. But in your lifetime, you will be alive to see Biafra. You will be alive to see the enemies destroyed. You will be alive to see the Fulanis and the Hausas stabbing each other. You will be alive to see Abuja crumble. As many that are standing against you, because God, Jehovah, Chukwuabiama, is for you. They will fall, they will fail, and they will never rise up again. I want to appreciate all the principal officers for what they are doing, and I want to say that Chukwuabiama will bless them, that whatsoever their resources, that the Lord will, in His infinite mercy, make provisions for them. And I want to say, sir, above all and in all, sir, you will live long. On that fateful day, men and women of Biafra will lift you up and put you on their shoulders, and there shall be a shout of joy. The Lord be with you, sir.
And also with you. And thank you very much. I don't know why I picked up that phone. I was about to close, but I had to, and there she was. Thank you very much for that. The caller we have on the phone, can you hear me? The caller we have, can you hear me?
Okay.
No, I don't like people who, maybe that's the cue for us, as I say every evening, to bring this very program to a close. They are now talking about us. They are saying in this day and age of media, as our sister said, we will disgrace Awasa and Fulani so much. We will so much disgrace the zoo called Nigeria that when they are calling foreign countries to help them, they will tell them to come. If they come, they'll lock them in the prison. Ndoshi. We will disgrace the Zoological Republic. That is why I am certain 100% that Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. And you must be prepared for what is to come. You should be prepared. We have come to the end of our proceedings this very evening. We thank you for having listened to us. The gospel, its propagation continues unabated, which is why we are absolutely certain of the inescapable fact, which states very convincingly, succinctly, and categorically that Biafra is indeed our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. And that is why the zoo is trembling and it will fall. Our technology is superior. Don't worry about that. We are light years ahead of them. Light years ahead. Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe. N'ihi na ọ dị mma. I don't worship idol. I don't care who is bringing it. Rubbish. I don't worship anything born of a woman. Because it's man-made. Anything made by man or woman, idol. I worship Chukwukika Biama, Benigwe. And so do all chosen children of the Most High. He will bless you and guide you, keep all of you sustained, and preserve you in His mercy. All of you, hardcore can you know, when I say hardcore Biafrans, I mean those born for this effort we are making. There are those that the day they were making them, Chukwuabiama said, yes, that is my son or my daughter, and you're going to help restore my kingdom on earth. They're the ones we want, hardcore. And they are coming from everywhere. Forget about Valencia. They're not strong. These are not men. We have men all over Spain. In Victoria, in Malaga, in Bilbao, in Catalonia, men. In Pamplona, men. Na Valencia. Na ka akọ ashiri nketa na akọ eri akọ eche na egwuregwu kwa nwoke. I was on Ekulobia and they're busy gossiping in the area. Keep gossiping. Keep gossiping. Chukwuabiama biko hapundi iberibe and bless Biafra. This is your inheritance, your kingdom, which we are bringing down to earth. To allow humanity to bear testimony, to carry this witness to the ends of the earth that indeed you are a miraculous creator. From me, from here, this precise moment, accept my good evening.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always read